What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. And today we have another play-by-play, and it is the Los Angeles Chargers hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Beautiful Monday night matchup. It should be a great game today. Two 8-4 teams going at it, fighting for a playoff spot. Eagles right now still leading the NFC East. The Chargers trying to fight for a wild card spot. Both looking good to make the playoffs, and a win would help tremendously tonight. What up, Hassan? What up, Will? How are you guys in the chat? Let me get this chat going. Whoa. I don't know why these won't line up. There you go, actually. You complain about it and it does it. You know what I mean? Y'all feel? All right, there you go. Bang! There's the chat. How's it going? Hit the like button early and often when you get in. Chargers by 3. I like that prediction. It's a good one. What's good? But how we doing? What up, Hassan? Not doing too shabby. What up, Gus? I want the Chiefs to make it. Playoffs won't be the same without KC. Well, they certainly hurt my chances of my prediction being correctly, so for sure. Phillip Rivers is potentially returning to Indy. Ooh, with Daniel Jones tearing his Achilles? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. What up, Johnny? How are you? Who's your top prospect we should be looking at in round 1? The best edge rusher available. I know that Ohio edge rusher is high on the board, but shoot, I don't know, Indiana's defensive line was also killing it. I don't know if any of them are a potential top prospect, but man, against that Ohio State offensive line, they were all over, what's his name, Sayin? Yeah. Didn't Hassan used to be a moderator? Yeah, and I removed everybody from moderator and only added a few moderators, because apparently some people were being muted from the channel without my knowledge. And people that have supported the channel for quite some time, donated the channel, very cool, back and forth talks and everything. And so I was like, you know what? I need to limit who my moderators are so I know more of who potentially could have silenced. Rivers barking at Cutler back in the day was in the old San Diego-Denver rivalry. Yeah. San Diego, Phillip Rivers was pretty goated. He was a beast. For certain. For sure. All right. Let's get a poll going. There's Jim Harbaugh and Nick Sirianni. They're two respective head coaches of the Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Ready to go at it. And it looks like the Chargers will be kicking off here to the Eagles. Shipley, I believe that is, back to return. And it will be caught at about the 10-yard line, running towards the left side, cutting it up the middle, and he's going to get hit just past the 30. Is actually Covey, who comes up with the return. Around the 32, 33-ish yard line is where the Eagles will start this next drive. Jalen Hurts coming onto the field for the first time tonight. What a touchdown to interception ratio for Hurts. 19 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. Absolutely fantastic. Phillip Rivers is coming out of retirement. That's what they're talking about. What pick do you see us getting? Somewhere in the range we are right now. Not too much higher. Maybe 4 at the highest. Anywhere from 4 to 8, I would say we're going to be picking. All right, here we go. In the shotgun is Hurts. Empty backfield. Barkley motions in the backfield. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Pumping. Doesn't like it. Doesn't like the swing pass either. Has time, though. Great protection. Going deep and incomplete. A.J. Brown could not haul in a little rainbow pass there. Really nice pass, honestly, by Jalen. Understanding the offensive line was doing their job. And you know what? I have to get rid of the football eventually. And it gives A.J. Brown a chance. But A.J. Brown couldn't quite get there. You could argue maybe a little bit of a holding there on 29. No call, though. The 2nd and 10 coming up for Philadelphia. 3 receivers to the right. In the shotgun is Hurts, scanning the field. Hurts. 3 seconds on the play clock. Gets set, takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here is Barkley. And Barkley is going to get hit immediately. nowhere to go on Tuipulotu coming up with a big tackle. Texans might end the season 12-5. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What up, Suzanne? How are you? What up, Antoinette? What up, Billy? Hello, Eleanor. Appreciate Suzanne and Eleanor being our channel members. Appreciate it. When you introduced Sirianni, you made my Siri activate. That's fun. Here we go. Man in motion is A.J. Brown, right to left, 2 receivers each way. 3rd and 9. Hurts in the shotgun. Ooh, nearly got him to jump off sides. Didn't work. 2 seconds to the play clock. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Looking quick throw over to the left side. Has his man is Goddard. And Goddard will get enough for the first down. Move the chains for the Eagles on 3rd and 9. Good quick hitting throw there by Jalen Hurts, realizing the safety. Both safeties were off. The linebacker, I believe that was Henley. Yeah, Henley dropped into coverage late. Takes the snap, play action. Handoff straight ahead is Barkley. Going to get a gain of about 2. That can an 8 coming up now for the Eagles. But yes, Henley faking the blitz on that big 3rd and 9 right there. Immediately jumping into coverage, but not at the correct angle for where Goddard was. Goddard was. And could not make the play. 3 receivers to the left. Jalen Hurts in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Play action. Roll to his left side. And he's going to hit him immediately. Is Jahan Dotson making the quick catch. Gain of about 5 or so. Right around midfield coming up for the Eagles. Is it going to be Lions or Buccaneers that make the playoffs? Buccaneers lost, didn't they? Yikes. All right, then I got the Lions for sure. Buccaneers are just too banged up. Their schedule's probably easier, though. 3rd down and 4. They're going to mark it at the 49-yard line of the Eagles. Empty backfield set, 3 receivers to the right side. Hurts giving one of these, and all the receivers do the same thing. 2 seconds to the play clock, takes the snap. 4-man rush. Hurts looking, has time. Now has to escape and cannot do it. Big defensive stop there for the Chargers. And that's going to force the Eagles to punt. Uh-oh. Billy is mad. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but I'm going to go get him real quick. So we're setting up the punt. All right, the punt is a touchback. You're right, buddy. You're right, buddy. We're going to have pretty good the Charger defense is. They really play together. Yeah. Chargers defense is solid for sure. You got tears in your eyes, buddy. You got tears in your eyes. Hi. He's an angry elf. Why did spell check change respective to respected? Texas might end the season 12-5. So what happens if both the Chargers and the Rams play in the respective conference championship games? I see what you're saying now. Whoa. I guess I don't need those on, right? You gonna say hi to the stream? You're an angry elf right now, though. But you're doing better. You got your pacifier. You're in daddy's arms. You're going to be eaten soon. That won't happen, Pig. Herbert is really allergic to that success. Yeah. Yeah, I'm rooting for... yeah, I was thinking about this today as far as, like, the college football playoffs. And, like, where do I fall? I think I like that they're respecting the conferences. I think conferences are important. I think divisions are important. There's no divisions, obviously, but I think there probably could be in with the respective conferences. Having little mini competitions there to win your division, win your conference, and then win the whole thing. I think is important. Just like the NFL, it continues to build rivalries, right? If everybody just plays everybody and there's no conferences and like it doesn't matter as much, then it's less entertaining, I think. So I think it's important to keep them, and I enjoy them. So the fact that ACC was not going to be represented, I think, is probably not a good thing. If and Miami was the highest ranked ACC team, so they went ahead and used them. All right, he's go bad for what? Yeah, go finish his bath, and he's good. Or then go get him in bed. Already. Here we go. In the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Herbert scans the field, takes the snap, handoff to Vidal, and cuts up the middle, gain of 3, sets up 2nd and 7. 11.5 to go here in the first quarter. Tim, did I miss the who you got poll? No, you didn't. I didn't do it. Got distracted. Apologies. I will do that now. Who do you got? You have the Chargers, who's in the pistol formation, 2nd and 7. 11.05 to go in counting. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Takes the snap, looking to throw, going to the right side, and on the comeback route, great coverage there by Adoree Jackson. Knocks it away, 3rd down and 7. Here we go. Chargers? Do you got the Chargers, or do you got the Eagles? I don't know who to pick in this game. I feel like either team could come away, and I think either team can absolutely crap the bed. So I don't know who to pick. I'll root for the Chargers because screw the Eagles, but I really don't know who to pick in this game. I think it's a pretty good game. 3 receivers to the right side. In the shotgun is Herbert on 3rd and 7. Herbert takes the snap, drops back, 4-man rush. Pressure coming, steps up, avoids it. Gonna check it down underneath. Vidal catches it with room to run down the left sideline, and he's escaping. 1 man to beat is Braun, and he does knock him out of bounds after a huge gain of 60 yards, and they're off to the races. Into the red zone go the Chargers down to the Philadelphia 17-yard line. The AFC is nuts this season. Anything can happen. The Jags could be in the championship. You're not lying. You didn't want your pacifier? You want to show it your pearly whites? Yeah? Is that what you want to do? Here we go. 1st and 10. Pistol formation. Now they're going to shift into the single back. Under center takes the snap. Pitch play to the left side. Here is Hampton. Hampton's got room, and he's going to be bounced out of bounds. 1st down at the 6. Marion Hampton, glad to see him back from injury. Getting some targets here, the rookie. 1st and goal from the 6 now. All right, Herbert. WG, that's right. He's getting his weight up. Hitting those proteins. Single back formation. 3 receivers to the right side. Herbert puts a man in motion as Johnson stays on the right side. Handoff up the middle here. Diving ahead is Hampton. Inside the 5, just past the 4 potentially. 2nd and goal now coming up for the Chargers. Excited? Isn't it a good game? The Chargers are about to score, buddy. They're about to score. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. Herbert puts a man in motion as the tight end, left to right. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Johnston one-on-one on the outside to the left. Does he attack that matchup? He attacked it earlier. Now takes the snap, looking to his right, though. Going to throw it underneath and into the end zone is Amarion Hampton. Amarion Hampton wide open with the classic pick play. When it looks like the picks happened within that 1 yard, Philadelphia is arguing it. But for now, there's no flags. And the touchdown is good. 6-0 Chargers on top, pending an extra point. What's up, Jake? 33 of you in the chat. Appreciate y'all being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. All right, so Chargers on their first drive take it the distance. 6-0, the snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good. It is Dicker the kicker with the PAT. Go, 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 go. Where are these teams lining up right now? The Chargers are currently 8-4, sitting in the 6th seed. All right, that's huge. Man, the Colts, they were on the top of the conference, now out of the playoffs. That is how competitive the AFC is. You know, the top 8 teams, 8-5 or better. The bottom 8 teams, 6-7 or worse. Wow. The Rams get back on top of the NFC conference, sitting at now 10-3. Chicago goes all the way from the top seed to the 7th seed in just 1 week. Talk about competitive. Holy smokes. Then you have the Lions at 8-5. Carolina still sitting at 7-6. They were on their bye week this week. So wow, yeah, this is very competitive in both conferences. Both conferences pretty top heavy. But not really, actually. I mean, it's not even all that top heavy. Interesting. William is so good and so cute and sweet. Give him a kiss from his great grandma. Momo. Momo wants the kisses. Momo wants the kisses. That was from Momo's. Yes, he does. Momo wants the kisses. You want a pacifier? Boy. Good boy. The Panthers may win that division. Yeah, Buccaneers lost, right? Are they still atop the division technically? They are. So it's now 7-6. Buccaneers are just so injured. They play the Bucks twice, Seattle and the Saints. Ouch. Yeah, that's huge. So it's really going to come down to those 2 games. Who wins in those Bucks-Panthers games? Right? If one of them sweeps, they're basically a lock. No, they are a lock. If one of them sweeps, it's a lock. Actually, no matter what happens in the other games. So those 2 games, if you're the Panthers, if you win the Bucks, 2 Bucks games, you're in. That's interesting. Here we go. It's going to be kicked off and caught in the end zone, and they will kneel it down as Covey. So Jalen Hurts and the offense will come back onto the field at their own 35-yard line. Appreciate all of you hanging out in the chat. If you haven't already, hit that like button, please, and thank you. Wow. Look at all those rankings. Last year, they were top 5 in most stats. Now they're in the bottom half of the league offensively. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Gonna be a single back formation, 3 receivers bunched to the left side, close to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion is Devontae Smith, left to right, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Saquon. Saquon finds room. He's into the second level, trying to catch a block from A.J. Brown, and he goes out of bounds after a nice gain there on 1st down. And that'll get him past midfield to the Chargers' 46-yard line. Talk about a guy that's also had a very down year. Saquon having over 2,000 yards last year. Very pedestrian comparatively this season. Especially behind this offensive line. If you drafted him in the top 5 of your fantasy draft, you're pretty upset. Here we go. Single back formation now. Hurts barking orders at the fullback. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle here is Saquon. Saquon finds another gaping hole and another 1st down out of bounds to the left side for Saquon Barkley. to the Chargers' 36-yard line. Tim, does your entire family watch my stream? No, I have a big family. But some of them do, which I appreciate. But yeah, my dad's one of 10. Selena's dad's one of 8. So I have a big family. They don't all watch. If all of them watch, I would have 100 viewers. Takes a snap. Hurts rolls to the right side. Hurts is going to keep the football and slide for a gain of about 3. There is a flag on the play, though. It's going to be a holding penalty on Tyler Steen, lineman out of Alabama. Mommy's ready for you. Say goodnight, stream. Say goodnight. Good night. Mwah. Tim, are you Irish or Mormon? I have Irish in me, I think. Right? Or no, did we say not? Yeah, I think it's mostly German, actually. Because my grandmother's not the one in the chat, but my dad's mom, her last name is Obringer, but I think it's actually like South German or something. 2 receivers each way. Man in motion is Smith, right to left. Takes the snap, play action. Hurts looking, stepping up, going deep down the middle, and incomplete. Not very accurate there. Looking for Devontae Smith on the post. I'm here for almost every Tim time. I appreciate that big shout. Suzanne and Eleanor both said good night, Billy. Good night, Billy. They're spelling Billy with an IE. Yeah. Fancy. Yeah. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right side. 2nd and 20 here for the Eagles at the Chargers 46. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Delayed handoff here up to Saquon. Saquon has another lane, and he's going to get tackled at about the 38-yard line. The gain of 8 sets up now 3rd down and 12 with 6:45 to go here in the first quarter. Yes, you have Irish from me and your Grandpa Lynch. There you go. Okay. Well, I'm almost in the chat. So I guess I'm as much as a mutt can get, I think. I got all sorts of. I'm American. Yeah, I'm just American. 3rd and 12. 6.5 to go here in the first quarter. Philadelphia. Need to get some yards to get into field goal range. Empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Hurts. Throws it over the middle of the field. Has his man again. Is Goddard. And for a big 3rd down and long, they get another 1st down. Move the chains to the Chargers' 25-yard line. The quick slant in the middle. The Chargers went with man-to-man defense and sent the blitz. They expose it immediately. Bang! Derwin James on the coverage and everything, but he doesn't even do a good job at all of staying with Goddard. And that's an easy pitch and catch for a 1st down. 3 receivers to the left side. Jalen Hurts in the shotgun. Barking orders here at Saquon Barkley to get back in here. I need you to block. 1st and 10. Now he's going to put Saquon in motion. Takes the snap, looking, and Hurts is going to keep it. And nowhere to go. He's going to have to slide for a loss of 1. Good job there on the Chargers to not be fooled by the quarterback keeper. Mutts are the best. Yeah, there you go. Him is Hindu. I prefer Hindi. Colts brought 44-year-old Phillip Rivers in as a replacement. It happened? It actually happened? Wow. Sure, he has to pass a physical first, but Phillip Rivers, go you, dude. Go you. 2nd down and 11. 3 receivers to the right. Empty backfield set again here for the Eagles. Takes the snap, drops back. Blitz coming, stepping up. Hurts rolling to his right side. Hurts pumping, and Hurts will go out of bounds for a gain of just about 2. 3rd down and 9 for the Eagles coming up. If Pig says it, then it must be true. He hides the accent pretty well. Saying that I'm a Hindu. Was asking only because usually them 2 groups tend to have large families. Kids are almost Irish twins. Just curious. It's really the Catholic part. We come from a Catholic family. Yeah, be fruitful and multiply. 3rd down and 9. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Hurts scans the field. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. Hurts, quick throw to the left side. Caught by Smith. Smith tries to make the first guy miss, and good team tackling there by the Chargers, only allowing a gain of 1. So sets up 4th and 8 at the Chargers' 43-yard line. So Elliott will come in. Actually, do they still have Elliott? Or is he injured? These kickers have been getting hurt a bit. Nope. Yep, Jake Elliott is here. So they will bring in Jake Elliott for the 41-yard field goal attempt and see if he can knock it through. Feels like yesterday when Phillip Rivers led the Chargers to the AFC Championship game. That was a brick ago. Like, that was a long time ago. Here comes the kick, the snap, the hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. Right down the middle, no doubter. And it is now a 7-3 game here with 3:22 to go in the first quarter. My wife's family is mostly Italian. That's where they're also Catholic, though. Italian Catholics. That's why they have 8. Catholics have the big families. Sure. We wanted a bigger family, but we started too late, so we'll probably end up having 3. Which is nice. We like 3. It would be crazy if Old Man Rivers comes back to have a Kurt Warner type season and win the Super Bowl. That would be unbelievable. To come off the couch and go win a Super Bowl. I mean, we've seen guys, at least one guy in particular that I think off the top of my head, Joe Flacco came off the couch and freaking was slinging it for the Browns. Oh, Eleanor's Catholic too, apparently. Yes, we do. Yeah. Right. All right. Commercial break after the score. You watching? Catholic worship, Mary and the Pope. I'm the outlier in the family. I only have 1 kid, but he's a great one. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, my dad had the most kids out of his siblings with 4. So none of them really, none of my dad's siblings went crazy like their parents. Most of them 2 or 3. Pretty much everybody that had a kid had 2 or 3. Yeah, I don't think anybody's single. Yeah, so everybody has a sibling. But my dad was the only one to get to 4. Miss Timmy wants 12 kids. You best get work, Timmy. There you go. Takes the snap, caught at the 8-yard line by Vidal. Vidal trying to find room, and big hit. Thought he was about to slip through and get out there, but Letu comes up and lays the hit. And it's going to be a decent return, though, at the 34-yard line. The Chargers will get the ball. For a long time, I wanted 6 kids, but again, starting at 30, we were like, probably not. Probably not. I have siblings. Yep, I have 3 younger siblings. Single back formation. 1st and 10. Puts a man in motion here. Tight end left to right. Single back takes the snap. Play action. Herbert has to avoid the sack and gets rid of it. Nice play. Gets to the check down on Marion Hampton. He had, I believe it was Who was it, actually, that was hanging on him? Davis? Yeah, I think it was Jordan Davis. Yeah, he beats the right guard, but Justin Herbert stands tall, has him hanging on to him like drapes, gets rid of it to the check down, and it's a gain of 7. Man in motion here, right to left, takes the snap, handoff up the middle, and blown up. Holy moly. Jordan Davis in there again, as well as Cooper DeJean. And that will be a 4-yard loss. Sets up 3rd down and 7 in a 3-7 game. What do you know? We go to non-denominational church, but we're Italian Russian. There you go. Very cool. No, Suzanne said that. What's the oldest age you can have a kid? I mean, old as you want, I guess, but safely, probably younger. Nope, it's going to be a false start, so now it's going to be 3rd down and 12. They consider 35 to be geriatric in pregnancy. So, yeah. But, I mean, I don't know what the oldest woman to ever have a child is, but I'm sure it's much older than 35. But 35 is where more complications can arise. Tim 1, Tim 2, Tim 3, Tim 4. Yep, we're just all Tims. Me and my siblings. Tim should organize a singles meet and greet to fix the population collapse problem. In the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. They're down in 12. Herbert scans the field. Oh, they get him to jump. Does he know? Yes, there's the flag. Herbert has a free play. I don't know if he knows it. Now he throws it on the move. It's going to be intercepted. Cooper DeJean comes away with it. And he's going to go out of bounds, but I think this will be negated. Oh, it's going to be... No, hold on. What's the flag going to be? Is it offsides? Defense offsides. Ajomo gets caught jumping, so they give the 5 yards back they just got from the false start penalty. But here we go. 3rd down and 7 again. Just watched the most disrespectful refereeing of a girls' basketball game ever. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yep. 1:26 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 7. 2 receivers each way. Allen motion stays on the right side. That's a great combo right there. Allen and McConkey, 2 fantastic route runners. Let's see if he attacks that direction. In the shotgun is Herbert. Empty backfield now. Takes the snap. Blitz immediately, and Herbert gets rid of it. They're going to scoop it up. Cooper DeJean ends up with it again. But this will be an incomplete pass, but good blitz. Timed well there by Nakobe Dean. Getting the pressure. And it's now 4th and 7, and the Eagles will force a punt in a 4-point ball game. The limit for women is around mid-50s. Maybe. I don't know. Let's look up the record. What's the record here? Oldest woman to give birth. An Indian woman who delivered twins via IVF at the age of 73. There's the kick from Scott. And fair catch is going to be called at about the 11-ish yard line by Covey. 1st and 10 Eagles with 1:10 left to go in the first quarter. So, yeah, 73. That's insane. My younger brother was born when my mother was 43 and my father was 47. Yeah, that's right around what Selena's parents for their youngest. It was IVF there, DB. It was IVF, which is essentially what a artificial. What is IVF? always just heard the thing. I know it's what we're not supposed to do. But oh, okay. So IVFs is when they apparently do the sperm and the egg outside of the body and then implant it. So it's not a natural thing. Now that you say that out loud, though, I definitely heard that before, but I forgot. Out of bounds on the baseline. Ref doesn't look at the inbounder, tosses the ball over her eyesight. She wasn't looking or out of bounds yet. It hits her in the head, and he just counting to 5. Embarrassing to call himself a ref at that point. That is crazy. Making 30 sounds old. My great grandmother had 15 kids, 6 before 30 and 9 after. Grandpa was getting. That's apparently that's the record. What up, John Wall? Imagine if he was here. What up, dog? With IVF, it's infinite, I guess. Yep. I know somebody who had a kid in their early 50s. Wow. I don't think that's when they stop ovulating. I don't know. Yeah. Women run out of eggs before 60, I think, on average. The key word there is on average, right? Who knows? Your grandpa a racehorse. 250K a pop. No, I was kidding. All right, in the shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Hurts, scanning the field. Puts a man in motion is Smith right to left. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle here. And hit in the backfield is Barkley. Denzel Perryman comes up with the tackle for loss, loses one on the play. 2nd down and 11 and now for the Eagles. Second and 11. 40 seconds left here in the quarter. Currently it's 7-3 Chargers. Eagles have the ball at their own 9. In the shotgun. Empty backfield set. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Eagles got a lot of empty backfields today. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looking. Quick throw over to the left side. It's going to be caught. And Smith have a nice catch for a gain of 6. Sets up 3rd down and 5. And that could be the end of the first quarter. It does look to be so. Chargers have 7. Eagles 3. Eagles with the ball at their own 15. 3rd and 5 when we return. All right, let's head over to Weddle. So we had a touchdown by the rookie. Haven't put Hampton back in since his injury, so we won't go with that. So let's go with the guy that threw it to him, I guess, then. Let's go with Justin Herbert. All right, we're 28, 29 years old, and that's all we got as far as a color. We are in the NFC. We're not a quarterback, shorter than 6'4", higher number higher than 12. So we can be a lot of different things. Let's see, 27 or 28 years old. Interesting. Sorry, 28 or 29 rather. How old is like in the NFC? 8 or 29 is it? Could we beat Barkley? Oh, in the NFC, we are a running back. We're short and 28 years old, and we wear number 26. Is that McNichols? Or is it Tyrone Tracy? Or Singletary? Who wears number 26 for the Giants? Who's the other team? No, it's not the Cowboys. Short, though. Very short. McNichols is not 5'9". Is he? Tracy sounds too young. Is it Singletary? Yeah, Devin Singletary. We We logicked our way there. I did not realize Devin Singletary is only 5'7". Very interesting. Very interesting. That's, I feel like, pretty rare to get all these greens. The correct division, the correct position, age, and number. Yep, everybody's saying Singletary as well, yeah. Because I think Jeremy McNichols has to be at least 5'10". At least. I don't think he's shorter than 5. Oh. He is 5'9". Wow. So he's not 5'10". So it could have been McNichols. That's crazy too. So it could have been McNichols or, so we guessed correctly. It could have been either one. Both fit. Both fit. 3rd down and 5. Hurts in the shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Hurts scans the field. Get the second quarter started. Takes the snap. 3-man rush. Hurts throwing over the middle of the field and too high. Intercepted. He sails it to the safety. And he's going to get past. No, just tackled at the 20 by Landon Dickerson. And it's number 27 for the Chargers. That will be the 6th round pick rookie, R.J. Mickens. Oh, it hits the ground. Never mind. It hit the ground. Making what will look easy with his photographic memory, if only. What up, Truckwood A? Yep, everything's good. So, it will be incomplete now. All right. That last shot was not clear. It hit the turf. Did it hit his hand or the turf? I think it definitely hit the ground, though. But yeah, from these angles, it doesn't look. It doesn't guarantee it. But as far as you don't actually see it hit the ground, but logically, it had to have hit the ground. 4th and 5, so the Eagles will get to punt it away instead of a big interception. So he was looking for Jahan Dotson, throwing it way too high. Right? Darius Davis back to receive. Braden Mann to punt it away. My Spurs lighting it up against the Pelicans without Wimby, 63-43. Wow. There's the kick from Mann. Big kick, and it's going to be caught with a return. Makes the first man miss. Now he's reversing field, but he's running backwards. Can he escape? No, he can't. What a play! The ball comes out, but I think it was down by contact. Granson. Holy speed by Granson. That was incredible. I mean, Darius Davis is a flyer, and Granson finding a way to get over there and tripping him up. And he ran backwards for a negative 10 yards. The Chargers will start at their own 22-yard line. What is Granson's 40 time? Hold on. Darius Davis, 40 time. Is he not as fast as I think? 4.36. What is Granson, this linebacker for the Eagles? What a play. He looks like a linebacker or a tight end. He is a tight end. Kylan Granson. Kylan Granson. 40 time. Oh. Kylan Granson. 40 time. He ran a 40 of a 4.6. That's insane. Did Dotson change his number to 2 because he is doo-doo? 40 times don't matter after a few plays? I guess so. I mean, clearly it didn't matter this time, but that's crazy impressive. White noise. Then what are the Wizards? Pelicans are a poverty franchise. Yeah. Wizards are a G League team. They allow to play for numbers. It's sadly because it's true. We could have used Jahan Dotson this season. Eh. Does Jahan Dotson rush the passer? Then we goes to the Pelican games. They say send franchise to Seattle. They want a team. Seattle already lost it, man. How's your day going, Tim? Not too shabby. Yeah, my back is a problem. Heat pad on, yeah. A heat pad on my back. Took some ibuprofen. My back is shot today. Feel like I'm 78. There we go. Under center goes Herbert. Single back. Man in motion to the tight end. Left to right. Takes the snap. Pitch play. Straight up the middle here is Hampton. Hampton bouncing it to the left side. Slipping tackles. Diving ahead. And a nice run. Gain of 15 on the play to the Chargers' 37-yard line. And this drive gets started with a nice play. What? Dang, he may have broke his own finger on his own elbow. Brutal. Kylan Granson sounds like a little Scottish whippersnapper. Pitch play to the left side. Gonna try to find the edge. Not much there. Gets maybe a gain of 1 for Bond knocking him out. Oh, holding offense number 68 on Salyer. Salyer, maybe? I don't know. Salyer. That's a heck of a last name. His name was Kylan, by the way. Sasquatch. I may have, if I said Highland, it's very possible, but his name's Kylan. Like Kyler, but with an N. Pelican is just a silly name for a basketball team. You're not lying. 3 receivers to the right, in the shotgun. Scanning the field. Takes the snap, 4-man rush. Looking, stepping up, he's going to keep it. Herbert. Oh, nice move, and dives ahead. But good tackle there by Cooper DeJean to not let him get loose. So now it's 2nd down and 15 after the 5-yard gain. You need something that strikes fear into the soul while have a mystical. Like a wizard. Nice. Hampton being back is huge for the Chargers run game. Yeah. Hampton was playing very, very well from the injury. But I see that you said you think that the Eagles are going to lose tonight. Hey, Chargers are a good team. Nothing wrong with that. 2 receivers each way. 4 seconds left in the play clock. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Rolls to his right. Avoids it. Now throws on the move. And incomplete. Looking for Jackson. Sorry, Adoree Jackson was on the coverage, rather. Looking for Gadsden. And it's now 3rd and 15. What was your 40 time, Timmy? I ran a 5.79. I was slow. But felt like the flash when running. I feel like I ran the 40, and I don't remember what it was. It couldn't have been that good. Maybe low 5s. Maybe. It couldn't have been that good. High 4s, low 5s or something. I don't remember. In the shotgun. We didn't run a 40 like every year. I know that. 3 receivers on the right, takes the snap. Herbert looking, avoids it, steps up. Herbert keeps his eyes downfield, now throws on the move, going deep and incomplete. Cooper DeJean there to bat it down. 4th and 15, and the Chargers will have to punt. Jimmy Habas, a catch. Coach, yep. Yep. Unfortunately for him, he had to play his older brother in the Super Bowl, and older brothers always win. Always. It's in our blood. To give you perspective, Tim, I was 5.11. You think I was faster than you or slower than you in our college days? He's going to say 100% fast. He was faster, rather. Here's the return by Covey, and Covey will get tackled at the 26-yard line. I had to be faster than KP. I had to be faster. I could have beaten 5'11". I can't beat it today. I'm now fat and dog crap slow. But in my heyday, I had to have beaten that. Had to have. Please don't make me be mean. Yeah. 6'5" players are slow, dude. Not in front of all your friends. 6'5" people are slow. You were a slow power forward. Big Ed Wilson. Yeah, 4'6" is really good, Pig. That's really good. No, you're right, though. It's about, like 5'2" sounds probably right. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't remember. This is beating Man United. Soccer updates. That's cool. Unfortunately, Manchester United's losing 8-2. I would rather them win. Just kidding. I don't have an opinion. I played wing on offense, post on defense. You played left bench. Let's be real. And I was on the right bench. Okay, we rode the bench together. Just kidding. Only took 4 days. Only took me 4 days to run the 40. I think it was messed up on the me. If that's final 8-2 man lost. Wow. Manchester United. Loser. Tim, is your back is hurting? Use an apple cider vinegar to soak towel and apply to affected area. It's naturally anti-inflammatory. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That sounds crazy.
You're willing to try me.
I led the nation in 3-point percentage after one game in my freshman year. Minimum one shot. Wait, White Noise and Tim are friends in real life? Yep. He was in my wedding, and I was the best man in his. That's why he actually watches my stream. He has pity for me. 1 of 1 for 3-point land. Fire! Yep, no longer can type either. 4 days to run a 40 and can't type. Man, rough times. Rough times there, Eleanor. All right, here we go. Single back formation here for the Eagles. Hurts scanning the field. Man in motion, Smith from right to left. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle and dives ahead for a gain. Just kidding. Loss of 1. Derwin James in on the tackle. I hit the ball once at field hockey. In 3rd grade. I was kidding. It was me and my 3-year-old brother playing.
But I beat him.
He let me touch the ball once, and I hit it. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. All right. 3 receivers to the left. In the shotgun is Hurts. Under 12 to play in the second quarter. And in motion is Barkley. Takes a snap. Blitz coming. Hurts going deep. Stays in. Oh, too long for A.J. Brown, but we might see a defensive holding here. Was that Henley covering A.J. Brown one-on-one? That's a matchup. Illegal contact. I would think so. Linebacker on the number 1 receiver. Talk about disrespect. And it ends up to be an illegal contact, 5-yard penalty, putting the Eagles at their own 30, 1st and 10. All right, everyone this offseason, we're going to train, then post our new 40 times at the start of next season. That's funny. Here we go. In the shotgun is Hurts. The receivers on the left side, 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Hurts coming out the middle linebacker here. Bit of a soft box. Do they attack the run game? Takes the snap. Nope, they go through the air. Hurts, quick throw underneath. It'll be caught, turns upfield, knocked out of bounds. There for Shipley. Gain of 3. Sets up 2nd and 7. He was the MVP of the wedding. Ape Hizzle was the MVP of my wedding. There's no doubt about it. I was the fastest base runner in grade school. Kickball. Ooh. White noise, is it true? Tim is canonically 5'3". In the shotgun. Two running backs in the backfield. Takes the snap. Play action. Moving. Setting up. Goes over to the right side. Has a man open. Again is Goddard. First down and more. Makes the first man miss. Shaking and baking. And it will be tackled just past midfield. Sorry, just shy of midfield, rather, at the 49-yard line with 11 to go in the second quarter. 5'3" is generous. AP says I'm not 5'3". Brutal. Then kickball memories, yeah. I won the mile race when I was like 7, 8. Dude. Single back formation. And in motion is Smith from left to right. Takes a snap. Play action. Looking. Stepping up. Going over the middle. And it's going to be caught by A.J. Brown for a nice gain inside the 30 down to about the 29-yard line. Good 23-yard completion. 1st and 10 now for the Eagles, and they're back in field goal range. Tim, do you talk to your friends and family on a regular basis that they have to do wellness check on you every stream? Go ahead, not talk to them. Here you go. Man in motion. Takes a snap. Hand off to the right side. Bouncing out. Cuts up. And falling forward for no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Eagles. Tim, myself, and our friend did track one year together in college. I'm surprised we didn't get the coach fired and the program discontinued. I actually did get the tennis team discontinued, KP. I was the last one standing. I was the final tennis player of Rockford University history. 2nd and 10. Here we go. The shotgun. Man in motion is Smith. Takes the snap. Fakes the jet sweep. Steps up. Has time. Blitz coming late. Has to escape to his left. Hurts. Keeps his eyes downfield, but he's going to keep it himself and run out of bounds for a gain of about 7. 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Eagles. Wait, they give him 9 on that play? No way. He was not, unless the yellow line was off. That good, huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. KP one time during Javelin, all right, set up in front of our coach's alma mater. I'll come back to this. 3rd down and a long 2. Here we go. Hurts scanning the field. Empty backfield, takes a snap, blitz coming. Hurts looking, throws over the middle of the field, intercepted. Big boy has it, going the other way, and he fumbles. And it's scooped up by Hurts, then he fumbles. And it's going to be dove on by the Chargers. What a play! 8:19 to go in the second quarter. The Chargers intercepted, forced fumble, and fumble recovery on the same play. Hold the phone. The Chargers get an interception. The big boy has it. Number 91 for the Chargers. That is defensive tackle Deshaun Hand with the hands, but unfortunately couldn't hang on to it. It was punched out. Hurts ends up with it, and then he gets it punched out. And I don't even know who ended up with it at the end of the day. This is going to be a mile long, this whole paragraph right here on a big run. But yeah, so anyway, KP and I were at track. He throws javelin. He's setting up in front of our coach's alma mater, okay? And this is like our coach's second year coaching. So he's trying to like build a career. You know, he's proud to be in a track meet with his alma mater, which I'm drawing a blank of who it was, somewhere in Indiana. Can't remember if it was it wasn't Purdue. It was something, it was not Purdue. Crap. Who was it? You tell me, KP. But either way, he sets up the javelin, and he screams "For Narnia" as he throws it, just completely embarrassing our coach. Like, he was so mad. There's so much other stuff that happened on that one track meet alone that we can go on for days. And yeah, it was a fun time to say the least. I did not take it seriously. Augustan. Oh, it was Augustana? I thought it was in Indiana for some reason. They're the Quad Cities area, so it's in Illinois. Why did I think it was in Indiana? Oh well, I was wrong. Where Hurts throw a pick and fumbled on the same play. That's impressive. That was a very funny fumble. Yeah, we girls were ahead of our time. We asked our phys ed teacher if we could play flag football. She laughed and said no. But now look at the girls playing flag football. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's a lot more about the school we chose rather than us. At least I tell myself that. Yeah. Hold the phone. Yeah. Rumbling, tumbling, fumbling. Literally, Will. Literally. My emotions, says Dr. Pig. That was an emotional roller coaster on that play. Incredible play. The assistant coach Peter went to a school in Indiana. Maybe that's what I was thinking. %67% of you are picking the Chargers. Appreciate all of you that voted in the poll. Hey-yo! Elnor has her skin in the game for a whopping 22 months. Getting close to 2 years. Appreciate the support there, Eleanor. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. I formation. In the field, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Fidel finding a lane. Good push up front. And he's going to dive ahead for a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 with 8:10 to go in the second quarter. Tim's lore is more interesting than the Commander's season. Is it that hard? 2nd and 2. Just past midfield at the Eagles' 49-yard line. Going to go into the shotgun for Herbert. 2 receivers each way. Put a man in motion. Harris, I believe, from left to right, takes the snap. Quick throw to the left side, caught by Johnson. Johnson will not escape the tackle. Adoree Jackson comes up and makes a big hit immediately. It's 3rd down and 2. I only have a few years left. Hey, Eleanor, you never know. Modern medicine's getting good. Here we go, in the pistol. 2 receivers each way. 3rd and 2. Takes a snap. Play action. Humping. Escaping to his left. Herbert now throws on the move and caught! What a backside throw to Harris. Beautiful pitch and catch. Trey Harris, the 2nd round pick, coming up big time here for the Chargers, as it's an incredible throw by Justin Herbert. Running to his wrong side, having to adjust his body on the fly, and makes a tough catch for a 1st down. Shout out Eleanor with the super chat, $20. Appreciate the support. The super fumble for the college fund. Love to see it. Takes the snap under center, handoff to the left side, cutting it upfield, and pushing the pile to about a 5-yard gain is Vidal. Thank you so much, Eleanor, for supporting the channel. Appreciate you. But will a Chargers win help the Cowboys? Yeah, it would. It would. I'm not going to lie to you. Well, I hope she meant of being a Commies fan, not like she was close to the end. I could be wrong. Maybe. Pistol formation. 2 receivers each way. Takes a snap. Handoff to the right side is Hampton. And Hampton will dive ahead for a gain of about a half yard to the 25-yard line. There'll now be 3rd down and 4. White noise. Why can't Tim read? Oh, if only. .531 to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 4. Tim suffers from a cognitive block where he can only read every other word to proficiency. I believe they call it Tim ADHD. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Always a Redskins fan, no matter what. Hail, baby. Hail. Right. 48 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. What up, Matt? And yesterday was rough. I was at the game, so you can imagine field goal was all I wanted. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. That sucks going to one of those. I went to the game. The last regular season game I actually went to was a shutout. That Eagles 2019 game where the Eagles shut us out 24-0 at the final game of the year. And then I started this channel, and it was COVID, and so you couldn't go to the games that year. Then I started live streaming, and I haven't been to a regular season game since. I've been to a couple preseason games, but yeah, the last taste in my mouth, if you will, was a 24-0 skunk to an Eagles team where we were 75% Eagles fans at the stadium, probably. Ugh. You guys said the R word. I'm offended now. What up, Redden? HCTR, baby. That's right. How you doing? What up? You're a loyal fan and person, Illinois? Yes, absolutely. Loyalty is huge. Tim's the best. Let's get those likes up. Thank you, Tom. Tim's like Tom, but on Slim Fast. Appreciate the K-Pizzle for shizzle. You know what I realized I just wasn't doing there, KP? I wasn't doing my agility. Yes, I am, but yesterday was heartbreaker. I was so angry. I hear you, man. Here you go. The Great Watubi. Appreciate you, the Great Watubi. Channel member. First channel member of the channel. Appreciate you. Shout out. We'll never forget the Great Watubi. Oh no, Trey Pipkins hurt on the play. Ugh. Terrible. They're down in 4 now for the Chargers. 2 receivers each way. Getting the field. Gadsden goes in motion, takes a snap, looking to throw, pumping, pressure coming, has to try to escape, throws it on the move, but into the dirt, incomplete. And it looks like it's going to be an offensive holding on the Chargers, declined by the Eagles. And the Chargers may have to settle for a field goal here to make it a 7-point game. You do agility, I scream. As I craft away. Yeah. Agility's easy. Bye. And it's monotonous if you're not doing something else at the same time, so it's a good one to do at the same time. Next season, Tim, please let's do a fantasy. Maybe. I don't know. I hate being in so many leagues. That's the problem. Wow, that was sad. 4th and 6. Here's Cameron Dicker to kick it away. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Right down the middle, no doubter. And it's now 10-3. Chargers on top with 4:55 to go in the second quarter. I'll run a fantasy with y'all, and you can see why I coach basketball. The fantasy league, everyone puts in $100. Winner takes all. Sheesh. Dude, I'm a single income family with 2 kids, okay? Here's the kick from Dicker. And it's going to be caught at the 3-yard line. Here comes the return from Covey. Covey cuts towards the middle of the field, and he's going to get hit hard at the 28-yard line by number 53, Delshon Phillips. A fun league that is easy to keep up with, but yet still scratches that itch as a chopped league. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing with the other fantasy leagues, like fantasy basketball, fantasy hockey, fantasy, what's the other one? Baseball. Free leagues. That's all I want. It's free. I don't need to gamble on these nonsense. Favorite series bunch to the right side. Man in motion is Smith from right to left. Hurts in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Play action. Looking. Pressure coming. Has to get rid of it. And incomplete. And it will now be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles with 4:45 to go. I mean, it's not fun for me to gamble. I don't like to just throw money at a chance. You know, it's not fun to me. Fantasy cricket? Yeah, there you go. Especially with, like, fantasy football. There's so much science behind it that, like, pretty much anybody that gets an app is as smart as anybody else because there's just, okay, just pick the highest projected. 2nd and 10. 3 receivers punch to the right side, takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looking, quick throw over to the right side, and it's going to be intercepted again! The Chargers have it! And Hurts doubles up his interception total on the season with the 2nd interception of the day, and the Chargers will already be at the Eagles' 30-yard line. Jackson attacks the football there. It's Dante Jackson, the addition from the Carolina Panthers and Pittsburgh, comes up with a big interception as he was covering Devontae Smith. So the Chargers will have a very prime opportunity to get points on the board before half here. I believe it was the Eagles that got the ball first as well. So the Chargers have a good chance to double up potentially. Can we just stop telling ourselves that Hurts is actually good? He's not. Yeah. Fantasy dodgeball. I remember I used to watch dodgeball. What was that, on MTV or something? 3 receivers to the right in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Pumping, pressure coming, and fumble! And the Eagles get it back! Byron Young recovers it! Byron Young for the Eagles scoops it up. And it's a turnover right back at midfield. Guess who? Nakobe Dean flying through. And it just gets off the running back block by Omarion Hampton. Forces the fumble. A sack fumble for Nakobe Dean, the former Georgia Bulldog. Nakobe Dean started his career with an injury into the draft. He was a projected first-round pick. Moved to the 3rd round. The Eagles scooped him up. Right? And then he had a couple of injuries to start. Now he's earned a starting position on this Eagles defense, and he's stepping up big time. I loved Nakobe Dean coming out. He's a high IQ football player, leading that Georgia Bulldog defense a few years ago that was national champions. I believe they were undefeated that year, that he was the captain. And he is makes a beautiful play here for the Eagles. Love Nakobe Dean. Fumble ball, fumble all the way. 3 receivers to the left side. 1st and 10, Eagles. Get the ball here with 4:31 to go in the 2nd quarter. 3 receivers to the left now. In the shotgun is Hurts. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Saquon. Saquon slips the first tackle and fights forward for a gain of 9. Sets up 2nd and 1. Nice run there by Saquon. Saquon having a nice day. 10 carries, 53 yards so far in the first half, on pace for that. Sorry, 9 carries, 48 yards. We're play behind apparently, but still, he's going to get a 5-yard gain here, and he's going to have 10 plays for 53 yards. Here we go. Saquon takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Saquon bouncing it to the left side, trying to find room, and will fall forward for that gain of 5 that we spoke of. Still in on the tackle. 7 turnovers so far this game. 3 of them on one play. I'm not impressed by Green Bay's quarterback. He is not why they beat the Bears. Oh, snap. Jordan Love is fantastic, but only during Toyotathon. Fumble balls, fumble all the way. Both QBs are just nervous because Troy Aikman is watching them. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Dodgeball's on ESPN The Ocho. It used to be on something else. Was it on the MTV? It was on some weird channel like that you wouldn't have expected it to be on. And I remember watching it and really enjoying it. 7 turnovers over this game? Yeah. I'm going to look it up. Was Dodgeball ever on MTV? Yes! MTV was involved with Dodgeball in several capacities? No, they're talking about the frickin'... Never mind. They're talking about the movie. Gosh darn it. Hold on. In the shotgun. Sorry, under center. Takes the snap. Handoff to Barkley. Barkley with a nice move into the second level. And he'll fall forward for a gain of 13. It was on like CBS or ABC. I don't know. It was... I feel like it was on like late night or something. Late night TV. There we go. Single back formation. 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Handoff to the left side is Barkley. Barkley shaking and baking. And it'll be tackled for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Eagles. Hold on. It's okay. It was not MTV apparently. Stream Dodgeball. It was on the Game Show Network. 3 receivers to the right. In the shotgun. Takes a snap. Quick throw to the left side. It's going to be caught by A.J. Brown. And another first down for the Eagles inside the red zone. Tackled at the 17-yard line. And that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning here in Los Angeles. Chargers 10, Eagles 3. But Eagles knocking on the door. Tim, are you watching the Monsters, Inc. version of the game? You know what's funny is I was actually thinking about wanting to watch it, but the game started too late where the kids are already going to be getting bath times and going to bed. But I wanted to put it on for them. GSN, I knew it was 3 letters. I think Extreme Dodgeball, is this what I was thinking of? It sounds correct. Let's see. Extreme Dodgeball? I think it was Extreme Dodgeball. No, wait. But it wasn't like celebrities, I don't think. Extreme Dodgeball in 2004? .3 ratings. Team Handball is the best to watch. Handball was fun, or it looked like it would be fun. I never heard of it until an adult. Handball looks like a game that I would have excelled at, though. It would have been fun. Careful, y'all, with how crappy these teams are playing. We all might get pink. Oh, geez. There was also Slam Ball. No, nothing about Slam. Or, kinda. Doesn't that sound familiar? I don't remember though, but I don't think that's what I was. I don't think that's what I was thinking of. Like it had legit dodgeball rules. It was co-ed. It had teams with like a season and everything. Was it this? National Dodgeball League. Was it actually just the National Dodgeball League? Let's see. There wasn't a dedicated real National Dodgeball League in the 2000s. But the idea was in 2004. All right, here we go. First and 10 after the 2-minute warning. 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap. Handoff to the right side. Cutting it up the middle here. And barreling forward is Bigsby. Tank Bigsby they traded for this season from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Comes up with a nice carry for 4 yards. Keeps the drive moving. Ooh, a little trip up there. Uh-oh. Landon Dickerson and Juergens trip each other up. Dickerson a little shaken up on the play. He's limping to the locker room, which is not good. Uh-oh, maybe Jason Kelsey comes back for a Here we go. In the shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Keeping it. Rolling to his right. Throws it immediately to Goddard. And Goddard will get tackled at the 2. And it'll bring up 1st and goal here for the Eagles. And they're looking to tie this game up. Always been on ESPN the Ocho. Sound right. When was ESPN the Ocho created? ESPN the Ocho. All right, here we go. In the shotgun is Hurts. Oh, they're going to have to waste a timeout. The clock was winding down there with 1:13 to go, so they will have to use a timeout here, get reset, and go from there. Yeah, no, it was not the Ocho. It was not on the Ocho. The Ocho didn't come out until 2017. Like, no. This was back in high school I was watching it. At the latest, like a summer during college or something. So maybe the early teens, maybe. I graduated college in 2015, but I think it was more high school. Colts actually called Phillip Rivers. Didn't they do it? Somebody was saying earlier that he signed. Did Phillip Rivers sign? Phillip Rivers, 4-year-old who recently became a grandfather to visit Colts for potential return. Jeez. All right, here we go. 1st and goal. 1:13 to go in the second. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Barkley. And Barkley will run straight ahead for no gain. Uh-oh. No, he's okay. Must have been more frustration rather than a hurting. Looked like Saquon frustrated there. So the Chargers will use their first timeout. They won't have a chance to get points on the board before half. Colts need to call Luck. Yeah, Luck's not playing. All I know is that Dodgeball brought out the mean in grade school Catholic kids. Yeah, 20 years ago, you would have been a zygote. Me? I'm 32, man. Ever scheduled workout tomorrow? All right, here we go. 1:10 to go in the second quarter. 3 receivers to the left side. And in motion is Barkley. Hurts scanning the field. Takes the snap, rolling to his left immediately, looking to throw, pumping, coming to the backside, and into the end zone. Touchdown is A.J. Brown. Oh, it's going to be holding. Nick Sirianni absolutely beside himself angry. So now it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 12 instead of a touchdown. Jordan Mailata gets called for the holding. Frustrating call for the Eagles. But the Chargers get a big call there. That's fortunate. See here. Oh, he fell and kind of did grab at him. Oh, yeah. And it made a difference. Khalil Mack was chasing after him. He grabbed him as he fell. Nick Sirianni's frustrated about it, but Khalil Mack, if he doesn't hold him there, I mean, maybe he could have had an extra step to get closer. All right, here we go. 3 receivers to the right. In the shotgun is Hurts. Takes the snap. Hurts is going to keep it. No, he fakes it. Now looking to pass. Rolling to his right side. And has to just get rid of it. And incomplete. Receiver was in the area. 3rd down and goal. Rivers scheduled to work out. Isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. All right, 59 seconds remaining now. 3rd and goal from the 12. Chargers have to waste a timeout here? Oh, no. Chargers cannot waste a timeout there. That's crazy. You wanted to save your timeouts for a potential field goal attempt. Now they waste one. Rough. Saquon's been kind of a bum this year. That's at least the story I hear from Eagles fans. I mean, bum based on what he did last year, right? If we look here at the stats, go to rushing. Saquon is at 740 yards, 61 yards a game. He's got 4 touchdowns. So, I mean, it's been mediocre for sure. I mean, he has less rushing yards than Tony Pollard. J.K. Dobbins has been hurt for a couple weeks. It has less than him. Rookie Judkins has more. So, yeah, I mean, it's not good. Here we go. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looking, pressure coming. Hurts escapes. Hurts keeps his eye. No, then throws it. Oh, is that a fumble? It's going to be picked up by the lineman, but he can't advance it anyway. So, they might be... Not sure if they're going to call fumble. Either way, Chargers call timeout. No. They do say it's a fumble. Well, it's a big deal. If it's a sack, the clock continues to run. Yeah, that ball's coming forward. I think that ball's coming forward. They're going to say reverse, so it's incomplete. But the Chargers use their final timeout. Are they going to give them the timeout back? They will give the timeout back. So they will not be charged with the timeout. So the field goal unit will come on for the Eagles to make this a 4-point game again. It's going to be a 29-yard field goal attempt. A little chip shot here for Elliott. Saquon has been kind of a bum. Yeah, I mean, not been impressive. Replay wrong again. No, they say it's incomplete. I think it is an incomplete pass. Here we go. 30-yard attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. And it is now a 10-6 game with 48 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. I like how Aikman's like, it doesn't make a difference. It's 4th down anyway. Yeah. Do they save a timeout or do they not? With 48 seconds left, that kind of makes a difference there, Troy. All-time meme game, yeah. Yeah, I'm so done with replay though. Right. See what the Eagles will do here. Man, how important was Jason Kelsey apparently, huh? Actually, no, they won the Super Bowl without him last year. He retired 2 years ago, right? Yeah, they won the Super Bowl without him now. So never mind. Scratch that. It is weird. What is wrong with the Eagles? They pretty much are a very similar team, if not the exact same team. And I mean, they're still 8-4, but they just don't seem to have like a dominance about them. Like, here comes the return, and gonna run straight ahead, diving forward for the 31-yard line is Hassan Haskins. First and 10 with 43 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. One timeout. What will they do with it? All right. Here we go. In the shotgun is Herbert. Three receivers bunch to the right side. Herbert takes the snap. Four-man rush. Stepping up. Has time. Thinks about it. Now going deep and incomplete. Mitchell on the coverage and the receiver, like McConkey, stopped on the route. Thirty-six seconds remaining here in the second quarter. All right, Herbert in the shotgun. Two receivers each way. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, pumping, quick throw over the left side, caught by Keenan Allen and gets hit immediately by Nakobe Dean. Clock's running with 30 seconds. Third down and 4. And are they going to call another play? What's going on here? 20. Two receivers each way. They get set. Takes a snap. Herbert looking, pumping. Now he's going to hit his hand tipped, and it's intercepted! Adoree Jackson ends up with it! And the Eagles have the football. Oh, Adoree Jackson shaken up on the play as well. 7 seconds remaining. Where is this ball going to be? Does Elliott have a chance at a field goal? Elliott's made a 63-yard field goal before in his career. Personal foul. And it's going to be a personal foul on Vidal. Oh my gosh, that's field goal range. Kamani Fidel gets called for a personal foul, and the Eagles will have easy field goal range here, handed to them by the Chargers. Back-to-back turnovers by the Chargers. Beautifully done with the pressure. Adoree Jackson's going to get tackled around the 45-yard line, plus 15 yards at the end of the play. Jalen Phillips gets the QB hit on the arm. Jalen Phillips added in from Miami. Big play, and Adoree Jackson, he gets the air knocked out of him. I think he's going to be okay. So that's going to be an easy field goal range now, already at the 30-ish yard line. So that's a 48-yard attempt here for Elliott. Will they try to throw one pass to the end zone or just settle for the field goal? Actually, they got to throw at least one pass. Maybe they just throw it out of bounds to make sure that the clock hits 0. What did number 30 do that was so egregious? Maybe a blindside block of some sort, or I don't know. Yeah, they didn't really show it, did they? All on the 30. Well, that was ugly. Yeah. Yep. This is man, Justin Herbert. I liked him coming out of Oregon, but he is such a loser. Like this Chargers team is actually really, really strong, top to bottom. And they're supposed to have a top 5 quarterback or whatever. And he can just never find a way to win. The tackling is a foul now. Not like he suplexed him. Did they show it? Did I miss it? Did I read in chat or something? All right, 10 seconds. So now they have plenty of time to throw it to the end zone if they want to. Okay, so the ball was called dead for forward progress. Okay, so they add 3 seconds at the 30. They already have a 48-yard field goal in hand. Hurts takes a snap, 3-man rush. Hurts looking, going to the left side, and just going to throw it over the head of Shipley. Now with 5 seconds remaining. And they're now going to attempt the 48-yard field goal handed to them. AKA, not really handed to him. Jalen Phillips earned it, and Adoree Jackson caught it. So beautifully done. And well, no? Question mark? I don't know. The memes. Dude, if you really want the memes, this needs to be a blocked field goal touchdown. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is no good, wide left. And all of that to not score is insane. So the Chargers will maintain their 10-6 lead here. As we go into halftime, we'll take a look here at the halftime stats. All right, we have Jalen Hurts, 10 for 19, 95 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1 sack for 9 yards lost. Justin Herbert, 6 for 12, 95 yards, a touchdown, and an interception, 2 sacks, 14 yards lost. Saquon, leading rusher in the game with 13 carries, 69 yards, giggity. And Amarion Hampton has 5 carries for 24 yards. Kamani Vidal also has 3 carries, 17 yards. All right, Kamani Vidal is leading receiver in the game as well with the 60-yard completion. And Dallas Goedert leads the Eagles with 4 catches, 49 yards. Amarion Hampton has the 1 touchdown through the air with 2 catches, 11 yards as well. You have fumble recoveries. You have Deshaun Hand, who got the interception and fumbled it on the same play. And then you had Jalen Hurts, who recovered it and then fumbled it on the same play. He has a fumble recovery, a fumble, and a fumble loss all on one play. Quite impressive. Byron Young then recovered that fumble. Then you had Troy Dye, who recovered the fumble from Byron Young recovered the fumble from Justin Herbert, Troy Dye recovered it from Jalen Hurts. Leading tackle in the game is Dion Henley with 5. Nagobi Dean leads the Eagles with 3, including a sack and a tackle for loss. You have the Odafe Owe with a sack for the Chargers. And the other sack for the Eagles with Jalix Hunt. All right, the interceptions came from Adoree Jackson for the Eagles and Deshaun Hand for the Chargers and Dante Jackson for the Chargers. Kicking, you have Cameron Dicker, 1 for 1 on field goals, 1 for 1 on extra points. Jake Elliott, 2 for 3 on field goals, no extra points attempted. Looking at the team stats, first downs, 11-5 in favor of Philadelphia. Both teams only 2 third down conversions. It's 2 for 7 for the Eagles, 2 for 6 for the Chargers. Total yards of offense, 168 to 127. And penalties, 3 for 25 against the Eagles, 4 for 35 against the Chargers. 3 turnovers apiece. And 8:43 to go, 18:43 on time of possession for the Eagles, 11-17 for the Chargers, but the Chargers have the lead 10-6 here in the first half. All right, looking here at the immaculate grid. They iced their own kicker. Yeah, sloppiest game this year. You're so behind him. All right, I'll try to fast forward. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to back out and go back into the app and see what happens. Okay. Well, it auto went there, so we'll see what happens. Okay. We have the Eagles, the Chiefs, 20 passing touchdowns season. Okay. We have the Chargers, Commanders, and the Falcons. All right. On the left side. All right. 20 passing touchdown season. 20 touchdown passing season. Al got there, right? But let's go a little bit farther back. 20 touchdown season. Jason Campbell. Probably Jeff George, Crippen. Who would be the most rare? What other often beat path can we go with the Commanders' 20 passing touchdowns? Hmm. You have RG3. You have Kirk Cousins. Donovan McNabb. I don't even know if Donovan McNabb. Um. I think Tony Banks. You have enough starts that year? Probably. Dunny. It would be the most random out of that list that I just said. Colt McCoy never had 20 touchdowns, did he? Case Keenum, maybe? If Case Keenum had 20 touchdowns. I don't know. That's interesting. All right, Eagles and Commanders. I always like to go with that. I mean, you have Ryan Kerrigan, of course. Um, there was that other linebacker that was supposed to be like really good, and why is his name coming out of my head? Hmm, I don't know. All right, let's just have fun with this. Ryan Kerrigan. Kendall Fuller and Alex Smith, of course, are the obvious ones. Let's have fun with what? Mark Brunell. Oh, Breland. That's a great one. Good old Brashawn Breland. Todd Breland. That's a fun one. Good one, Pig. Good one. All right. Not too bad on the Commanders ones. All right. Eagles. Oh, Brian Westbrook, too. Not Byron. Jeff George Falcons passer? Did he have 20? That's interesting. Matt Ryan was the quarterback for so long. I'm trying to think even before that. But Jeff George? All right. I'll go with Jeff George. That's a good one. Nice. Nice. And then Chargers. What do you have? What? Flutie, Rivers, um, Herbert. Did anybody else like? Did I don't like Tyrod got hurt like immediately, right? Well, did anybody else come in? Or like who was? I can't remember who was before Philip Rivers. Drew Brees maybe, or did Drew Brees get hurt too fast? Dan Humphreys. The heck of a name if that's right. Somebody. Yeah, Brees. All right, I'm gonna go with Brees as well. Yeah, Drew. There we go. All right. Falcons, Eagles. Olamide, right? Is that the receiver I'm thinking of? Hmm. Spurs barely win 107 to 106. Wow. What a game. What a game. Falcons, Chiefs. Gonzalez, right? Is that the obvious one? Um, Chargers, Eagle. Rolls, probably. Roll's gonna be the best one. Probably be the most popular one, right? Might be too popular here. We get a little bit more, maybe. Cam Rivers came back from Washington and went to the Chargers back in the 90s. Um, um, Chiefs, Chargers. Chiefs, Chargers. Chargers is Dante Samuel. Did he play for the Falcons too? Not junior. You're talking. Whoop. Not junior. You're talking about. Did he play on that many teams? Nice. Good call. Chiefs and Chargers. Chiefs and Chase Daniel. That's disgusting. That 22%. Wow. Did not expect that to be that high. And then Falcons, Chiefs. All? No, I think I made that same mistake before, thinking like Dante Hall played for both. I think Dante Hall only played for the Chiefs, not the Falcons. I don't think D'Angelo Hall played for the Chiefs. I think of quarterbacks, maybe. Culpepper? Andre Rison? Is that right? For Andre Rison? Dante Culpepper, though? No. I don't think so. Chase Daniels has been on 50% of NFL teams. That's crazy. Redact my statement? Yeah, no. I think you're thinking of somebody else. Yeah, because I'm trying to think about Trent Green. Played for the Falcons. No Tim Dupo. Terry Poe? Pig with the heat. Well done, Pig. Well done. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good list there for the Piggy. All right, what is the what's my fantasy team here? Let's see. Hockey fantasy and basketball lost last week and football. I lost in all my fantasy weeks here. Oh, last week rather. How annoying. All right. Man, you have this crazy close game with freaking Spurs and De'Aaron Fox is not doing jack squadoosh. That's annoying. Trey Murphy's having a big game though. Sadiq Bey's playing solid. He doesn't have any other like extra points. He gets 17 points scoring, but only 4 rebounds and 1 assist. Murphy's not getting a lot of rebounds or assists either. He has a guard, but Murray had a terrible day. Brutal. Wish my wife and kids would appreciate my knowledge. Well, hey. Yeah, Ryzen played for the Falcons and the Chiefs. Ooh, that may have been an interesting one. I mean, Poe was what, 3%, so I don't know how much rare Ryzen would have been. We can get the second half started. I'm sorry, Spurs about. Sorry about Spurs Fox. That lousy coach Mitch Johnson. Yeah, Fox is not doing squat today. Only 14 fantasy points. A lot of turnovers, I guess, huh? Yeah, 4 turnovers. Minus 8 points in this league. Still, man. Freaking 7 missed shots as well. All right, the kick is off, and we're here for the second half. Haskins, the return towards the middle of the field, stiff arming the man, and then tripped up at about the 33-yard line. That is where the Chargers will start this next drive, up 10-6, and getting this second half underway. Becky Hammond should be the Spurs head coach. The snap, the hold, the kick. Sorry, just kidding. Snap, handoff up the middle, and it'll be 2nd and 10 as it's a tackled for no gain. A few guys in there. Bond, Jacoby Dean. I think was it 3? I see. Yeah, Nolan Smith in on there as well. Bond does a great job. He's the first one there, and everybody else there to clean it up. All right, 2nd and 10 now for the Chargers. All right, pistol formation, takes the snap, handoff up the middle here, shaking and baking is Vidal. Vidal trying to bounce it, and will fall forward for a gain of 5. 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Chargers. Greg Roman and Vic Fangio. They're probably my least favorite coordinators that are successful. Herbert, pumping, beautiful. And he finds a way to run for the first down. Well executed on that one. So now it's 1st and 10 for Herbert. Hey, that's who the fans wanted. She preferred the WNBA. Help women's sports, 3 championships with the WNBA. That's kind of funny. If the fans actually wanted her, that's pretty good. But yeah, 3-time champion in the WNBA. That's awesome. 13-15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, I formation. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle here, and Vidal will get a gain of 1, setting up 2nd and 9. Tim, in your area, do you get your local ABC affiliate through TV to help with the lag issue? I don't. I use online services. I don't know if I can even do the TV thing. I would have to look. I would have to learn a whole new system on that one. Let's put it that way. Like, I guess I have a line back there, but then I have to use another cord and run it. It's in the back of my house, and now I have to run it all the way to the front. Like I did the internet cable as well. I don't know. 2 receivers each way in the shotgun. And in motion is Allen, takes the snap, looking to throw, pumping, zigzagging, throw into the right side, caught by Johnson, and he gets tripped up for a gain of 8, sets up 3rd down and 2. Third and 2. Chargers, can they keep this drive moving? Empty backfield set. Now Hampton motions into the backfield. 3 receivers to the left side. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Hampton. Straight ahead. And Hampton, strong running, gets that 1st down. Vaughn in on the tackle. But Hampton showing some big boy football, and he wanted it more. There's Rashawn Slater. Good night. Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt both hurt for the Chargers, and yet they're still 8-4. I wonder if they have any chance, both of them, to come back and play in the playoffs. Rashawn Slater, he's a guy slept on out of Northwestern. Single back formation, man in motion. Jets sweeping it to the left side is Harris. Harris catching a block on the outside, but nice tackle there by Bond for a gain of just 2. But yeah, Rashawn Slater, I thought was going to have to move to guard. His size did not impress me. But Rashawn Slater is arguably one of the best tackles in the game mechanically. Like, his steps are perfect. He knows where to go every single time. Hand placement. Like, he is so good with his technique that has allowed him to play tackle at a very high level at left tackle as well. So, beautiful. But unfortunately for the Chargers, he is hurt. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here is Vidal. And Vidal, ooh, that's a face mask on Dean. No face mask, really? I mean, it looked like a pretty obvious face mask there on Nakobe Dean. But it's not going to be called, and it will be. Let's see here. Oh. Yeah, he hit him. He kind of hit it and then grabbed the shoulder. He never really grabbed the face mask. Hey, fair enough. Him as a part of the Straw Hat group. In the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. Stepping up. Pressure. He avoids it, though. Herbert escapes. And he's got plenty of room. It's man-to-man defense. And Herbert, first down with his legs. Gain of 16 on the play. 9.5 to go here in the third quarter. Becky Hammond should be. Greg Roman is a Harbaugh merchant. Yeah. Reckon Greg Roman. He's got a really good run game, but I hate his play calling and situational awareness. Is awful. Tim, in your area, sorry. When she was on the Spurs assistant, she was the head coach of the Spurs Summer League. Here we go. Play action. Handoff up the middle. Here's Hampton. Hampton will fall forward for a gain of maybe 2. Second down and 8. When she was on the Spurs as an assistant coach, she was the head coach of the Spurs Summer League. They won the championship. She was a good assistant, highly respected by the players too. Well, there you go. Hey, then maybe she should have been. Herbert gets too much hate. One hater. Well, good for her, man. Having a purpose and going over to the WNBA, trying to bring awareness over there. Fair enough. 2nd and 9. No wonder she gets paid a lot of money. 8.5 to go in the third. Hampton goes in motion from left to right, takes a snap, looking to throw. Stepping up, throws underneath, has his man Gadsden, and Gadsden will fall forward for a gain of about 7, maybe 8, depending on the spot. They're going to give him 7. The 3rd down and 2. Inside the red zone go the Chargers, down to the 18. So they have a field goal range in hand. They want to take it. And obviously, freaking, they're beasts over there in Las Vegas, so. They didn't end up winning this year, though, right? Because they was kind of a mediocre, weird year. But then they finished strong, I think. In the shotgun is Herbert. 3 receivers bunch to the right. Gadsden goes in motion right to left. Pitch play to the left is Hampton. Hampton trying to find the edge, and not much there. Epps comes up and makes the tackle. And now it's 4th down and a long one. What will the Chargers do? In a 4-point game, do they extend it to 7? Or are they going to get aggressive here? Harbaugh, bit of an old school guy. I think he's going to settle for a field goal here is my guess. I do like the... It's now different, right? And I kind of like the new approach. Or not the new approach, the older approach. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. And it will be a 3-point game. And it's now 13-6. So, oh, wait, there's a flag. Uh-oh. Oh, is it going to be an automatic first down? Nick Sirianni looks ticked. Oh, no. If it's a penalty against the Eagles, it's going to be a first down. Wow. Ojimo with a big penalty right there. Ojimo. What happened? Oh my goodness gracious. What an absolute ignoramus. You can't use the offensive player to uh get air, and he clearly puts that left hand on the guard, and that is going to be a free 5-yard penalty, and the Chargers will have the ball longer now, 1st and goal from the 9. Have you seen Herbert's girlfriend more jealous than hateful? Who? Pistol formation, 3 receivers, bunch to the left side. Kill, 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 says Justin Herbert. Goes under center. Takes a snap, pitch play to the left side is Vidal. Vidal cannot make Cooper DeJean miss. And that's going to be a loss of 4. 2nd and goal from the 13 now. Dude, how is De'Aaron Fox not even on the court? With 4.5 minutes to go in a close game, De'Aaron Fox is not even on the court? Irritating. In 2025, Becky Acey's defeating Mercury in a dominant performance Friday night to win their 3rd. Oh, did they win back-to-back-to-back? Wow. 3 receivers to the right in the shotgun. Herbert takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looking, pumping, keeping it, and falling forward for a loss of 3. Another sack for the Eagles defense. No, they didn't win the year before, right? The year before was the Liberty, I think. 3rd championship in 4 years. Okay, yeah. Because I remember they didn't get a trip. They didn't win 3 in a row. So I think it was the Liberty that won in between that. All right. Here we go. 3rd and goal from the 16. Good job by the Eagles defense to potentially just force a field goal anyway. McConkey goes in motion, now takes a snap, setting up a screen, and incomplete. Vidal could not handle it. And the Chargers will, at the end of the day, have to settle for a field goal anyway. That's right. The Mystics won in 2019. That was fun. Yeah, the Liberty won in 2024. The Aces won in 2022, 2023, and then came back and won in 2025. But yeah, the Aces started off slow. Takes the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. It's now 13-6. Chargers on top. And 7-point game. Eagles will get the ball back. Yeah, no wonder Becky Hammond ended up getting paid pretty well over there. Because, yeah, there was a dispute that I saw online that was like the players are asking for like $1 million contracts or something like that. And they were like, yeah, we don't have the money for that. That's crazy. And then she's like, but you have the $1 million for the coaches? And I looked it up, and Becky Hammond was like the highest paid coach by like a long shot. And it's like, oh, well, they needed to pay her pretty good to not stay at the NBA and, come make some noise over as a WNBA coach, which makes a lot of sense. And she's already won 3 championships in 4 years. That's incredible. All right, 13-6. Chargers on top with 5:32 to go in the 3rd quarter. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's a good game. And the Eagles offense get going here, though. Dude, wait, did the Steelers win? Yeah, they did. Oh my god. They're just gonna find a way every single year to be over 500. That's just it's impressive for Mike Tomlin to year in and year out to go above 500. Yeah, it sucks that he's not winning anything with it, but man, that is impressive. Never a season below 500. All right, Cameron Dicker into kick it away. All right, Dicker to kick it away. Shipley and Kobe back to receive. Right, there's the kick. And it's going to be caught about the 7-yard line by Kobe. That's towards the right side, and he's going to make a man miss. Fumble! But he gets it back. Fortunate bounce for the Eagles. Another ball hits the turf, but the Eagles avoid tragedy. Yeah, wow. Very, very good play there by Kobe after fumbling it to continue to fight for it, and it's now 5:24 to go in the third quarter. Single back formation, 3 receivers bunch to the left side. And in motion here, Smith from left to right. Takes a snap, play action, Hurts. Stepping up, looking to throw, going deep, and caught! A.J. Brown down the right sideline! And a nice play on first down, gets a gain of 26 into Chargers territory. Here we go. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Three receivers to the left in the shotgun here. Takes the snap. Play action. Hurts steps up, avoids the rush. Now escapes to his left, keeps his eyes downfield, throws on the move, and incomplete. Looking for Goddard. Okay. Oof, Landon Dickerson questionable to return with a half ankle injury. They're getting rolled up on in the first quarter. 2 receivers each way. Hurts in the shotgun. 2 seconds, 1 second. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. Saquon. Saquon slips the first tackle, but the cavalry is there for the Chargers. Still pushes them out of bounds, and it's going to be a loss of 4 on the play. 3rd and 14 now for the Eagles at the Chargers' 42-yard line. So now it's a 16-yard field goal, or sorry, 60-yard field goal if they so choose to go that way. 4:20 to go in the third quarter. We all know how you feel about ties. However, if the Eagles tie, it would not help the Eagles or Cowboys' chances. I want the Cowboys to make it because I want the division to be decided by those every time. Here we go, 3rd and 15. Takes a snap, 4-man rush, looking, quick throw to the right side, caught by AJ. AJ bouncing around, can't escape, but he will get a gain to set up a much easier field goal attempt at the 36-yard line. Would be a 54-yard attempt for Jake Elliott. He knock it through to make it back to a 4-point game. Elliott missed from earlier. Missed wide left. This one will be from the right hash. Jake Elliott missed from 48 yards earlier. Snap the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Hugs the left side of the uprights, but it does go through, and it's now back to a 4-point game here yet again. 13-9 now with 3:22 to go in the third quarter. Yeah, to answer your question truly though, yeah, I am totally against ties. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't care if it just get rid of the ties. I don't want ties. Oof. Spurs Pelicans close game with 2 points to go. 1 minute and 13 seconds to go. 2 point game. Wow. Kind of hoping for overtime at this point. I need more points out of Fox. All right, there's the kick and caught by Fidel. Fidel trying to find room, little shaking and baking, but no, good tackle there by number 31 for the Eagles is Andre Sam, who comes up and makes a nice tackle. So it'll be at the 25-yard line is where the Chargers will start this next drive. Are they talking about the script on there? That's crazy. 3:15 to go here in the third. Three receivers to the right. Now a man in motions the tight end right to left. Single back. Takes the snap. Play action. Has time. Now escapes. Looking. And he's going to get tackled from behind. But the ball comes out again! And it's punched out. The ball hits the ground again. But Matlock diving on it as he saves the drive for the Chargers. So it'll be a gain of 5 on the play. So 2nd and 5 coming up for the Chargers. Number 55, Hunt. Jalix Hunt punching it away. 58 rather, not 55. 2nd and 5 with 2.5 to go here in the third. Under center goes Herbert. Scanning the field. And in motion the tight end. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here is Vidal. Vidal bouncing it outside. Has room. Down the left sideline. Makes Blankenship miss and tripped up. But there is a flag on the play. Most likely a holding and coming back. Yep. Offense number 89 for the Chargers. That is Will Dissly, former Seattle Seahawk. So many loose balls considering the weather isn't a factor. It's insane how many times that turnovers and potential turnovers has been crazy down the stretch. He's got a broken left hand, Justin Herbert does, and he is grimacing a bit. All right, 2nd and 13 now for the Chargers. 2 receivers each way. Their own 22-yard line. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Pressure coming, escaping, and he goes down for a sack. And a few guys meet at the quarterback. We'll see who gets credit for it. But it's a 9-yard sack, and it's going to be between Bond and Davis. Zach Bond on the blitz instead of Nakobe Dean this time. And yeah, steps up. And honestly, I would give that sack to Jordan Davis. Bond doesn't really make the tackle, but he is touching him technically. All right, 3rd down and long. 3 receivers to the right, takes a snap, handoff up the middle here, and he's going to get swallowed up quickly after a gain of 5. So 4th and long coming, and the Chargers will be forced to punt it away, and the Eagles will have another opportunity in a 4-point game, try to do something with it. All right, here comes the punt from J.K. Scott. J.K. Scott punts it away. Hovey back to return. Hovey, fair catch is going to be called at the 38, 39-ish yard line, depending on the spot. And that is where the Eagles will start this next drive. Saquon Barkley coming back onto the field. Since sacks can be shared in halves, can they also be split in thirds or quarters? Great question. I don't think they ever do, though. I think it's only halves. Some places only count full sacks, and then I think it's like kind of like tackles. Like you get credit for tackles as one stat, and then you have solo tackles as a separate sack. I think that's probably how I would do it. Is that I would get rid of half sacks altogether, have sacks on your stat, and then have solo sacks as the other one. Call those Lance Armstrongs. Um, ba, 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 ba. Yeah, that's how I would do it. Just get rid of all of it. Solo sacks, combo sacks, whatever. Or not solo, but half sacks and all that stuff, and just quarter sacks or anything like that. I would just do total number of sacks, and then a separate one is solo. I don't know how that would work for record keeping, though. I think it's a cleaner look. Ugh, Lad McConkey. If you have him in fantasy and you're trying to make the fantasy football playoffs, brutal. He's only got 2 targets today, no catches. Yikes. All right, single back formation. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. And in motion is Smith left to right. Takes the snap. Hand off to the left side. And Barkley nowhere to go. This offensive line just collapsed. There's a flag on the play. It looks like it will be defensive offsides, though. That's going to move them up 5 yards. 1st and 5 coming up for the Eagles. 39 of you hanging out in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. And this could be the final play of the third quarter, potentially. 1st and 5. Single back. Smith did motion, takes a snap, play action. Hurts rolling to his right side, and Hurts just going to have to throw it away. Incomplete. So it's not going to be the final play of the quarter with 5 seconds remaining. The clock is stopped. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. In the shotgun is Hurts. 3 receivers to the right. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Quick throw to the right side. It'll be caught by Goddard. And Goddard will dive close to the first down marker. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 at their own 48 when we return coming from the third quarter. All right, here we go. All right. The 13 and 9 Chargers on top. Let's go ahead and head over to the hard wordle. All right, so what touchdowns do we have today? So still the only touchdown is Hampton all day. So let's go with one of the kickers. Elliott's missed a kick, so let's go with Dicker. Cameron Dicker. All right, we're in the AFC, but not the AFC West. We're not a special teamer. We are a taller player, though, and an older player. 6'4" or taller. Probably some sort of lineman. So let's go with, and we're in the AFC, but not the AFC West. Let's go. What's a good offensive lineman? Think here. Man. Easier said than done off the top of my head. Why am I drawing a blank on who the left tackle is for the Bills? He's been there forever. Stanley? Maybe? All right, we are offensive linemen, not in the AFC North. So we are not 39. We are exactly 28 years old. Offensive lineman, the AFC East or the AFC South? Very interesting. Exactly 28 years old. Let's see. East or AFC. Oof, this is a hard mode. This is definitely a hard one. Be a tech lineman. Like, how old is Green now? Apparently he's hurt, so he doesn't count. Howard? Not the AFC South, okay. So we are in the AFC East. Bear Tucker? Oh, pitch play here to Barkley, and Barkley is off to the races! Barkley gets through the line, and Barkley into the end zone, and the Eagles will take their first lead of the game. Bang! Saquon Barkley. A 15 carry, 117 yards, and a touchdown for Saquon Barkley today. Bang! Finally, the Eagles offense doing something here. Oh, they're faking the tush push. Oh, a pitch play off the tush push. Gets them off to the races. And nobody's there to stop them. The extra point, the snap, the hold, the kick is good. And it's now a 16-13 game. Philadelphia. What a battle between these two teams. All right. Justin Herbert and the Chargers will get this. Chargers are not winning this game. There's no. I'd put money on it right now. If you have money in a gambling app or whatever, and you can go pick the Eagles, pick the Eagles. Whatever the minus is, it's worth it because Chargers have zero chance of winning this game. Zero chance. All right, I'm trying to think of anybody else that I would know in the AFC East because like the only lineman that's coming to my mind right now is like Will Campbell. Is it the left tackle for frickin' Buffalo? If it's the left tackle for Buffalo, and I can't think of his name, I'm gonna be like, all right, you know what? Just to see if it's on Buffalo, I'm gonna go with Torrance. Not on Buffalo. Okay, that makes me feel better. Is Tucker not an option? Elijah Vera Tucker, I guess he's hurt. Who other? Jets have drafted some linemen, but Olu's tall. They drafted Olu Fashano, but he's tall. 6'6", so it is a lineman on the Jets. Who wears number 75 or number 76? 75 or 76? I don't know. Spurs win 135-132. Fox 14 points. The coach focused on Barnes, Harper, and Castle campaign for points. God. Washington beat the Chargers. Good call. Okay. So we're on the Jets. Not Elijah Vera Tucker. Not. I don't know if I know any other linemen on the frickin' Jets. Well, two of them are. No. One of them's a rookie. Oh, I know Joe Tippmann, but he's probably too young. Is it Simpson from that they added from Baltimore? Yeah, John Simpson. Okay. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Here we go. Vidal gonna get hit at the 25-yard line. So 75 yards between the Chargers and pay dirt here. And they are really harping on this holding call. A lot of holds all the time, but the NFL rarely calls them. Yep. All right, 14:46 to go in the fourth quarter. This is where I just get rid of replay, man. Get rid of it. Who cares? In the shotgun, two receivers each way. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here is Vidal. Vidal going to run straight ahead and fall forward for a gain of 4. Second and 6 now with 14.5 to go in the fourth. Chargers with the ball at their own 29.5-yard line. In the shotgun, Gadsden goes in motion from left to right, two receivers each way now. Takes the snap, fakes the pitch, stepping up, avoids the rush. Herbert keeps his eyes downfield, now gets it to McConkey. McConkey with his first catch of the day. He's zigging and zagging, and that'll be a first down Chargers. Chargers trying to get back the lead that they've had all game since their opening drive when they scored a touchdown. Yeah, Herbert has done a great job. I mean, to be fair to Herbert, I mean, he doesn't have his left or right starting tackle. Those are the big deal. For some odd reason, I will pick San Diego to win by a touchdown. Okay. 13 and a half to go. Offset I formation to the right, takes a snap, handoff up the middle. Here's Fidel. Fidel running straight ahead, and he'll get a gain of about 3 to the 45-yard line of the Chargers. 2nd and 7 now coming up. All right, 13 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 7. 13 minutes to play in the game. 2 receivers each way. Herbert takes a snap. 4-man rush. Blitz coming late, though. And he escapes. Running to his left side is Herbert. And Herbert will turn it into a positive gain. Jacoby Dean couldn't bring him down, and it's now 3rd down and 3. Jacoby Dean frustrated with himself here. Just had a free look at him straight up the gut. And then Herbert spins off of him. Nice play there. And it turns it into a positive gain. 3rd and 3. And in motion here is the tight end, Disley. 2 receivers each way. Herbert scanning the field. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Steps up, going deep down the right sideline, and incomplete. Had to try to really drop it in a bucket over there. Good coverage by Cooper DeJean. 4th and 3. What will the Chargers do here? With 12:02 to go in the fourth, they will punt it away. Look here. Oof. He could have got a first down. Instead, he goes for... See, Justin Herbert's a loser, dude. Justin Herbert's just a loser. There's nothing else to say about him. It sucks. I mean, he can put up stats, and he's got a great arm, and he's got great stature, but he's just a loser. It's going to be caught at the 6-yard line. Ooh, that's a face mask. And he's going to avoid the tackler. Still going is Covey. Staying on his feet all the way to the 27 or 28-yard line. And again, they do not call a face mask. Very interesting. And now it's 11:49 to go in the fourth quarter. Eagles get the ball back. Will we see Saquon go off for another one? Appreciate all of you hanging out in the chat. If you haven't already, hit that like button. So I think I'm okay. If Saquon and AJ go too crazy, it could have hurt my bye week. But no, we're good. We're good. Oh, yeah. Saquon's having a big day, but he needs 54 more points on top of Saquon's already done. He also has an AJ, but yeah, he's not getting that. And also, if they do score, he needs even more because the kicker, or the guy has the Eagles kicker as well. So I'm golden. I'll get a bye week in my money league fantasy. Hopefully my team gets healthy and ready. Drake London's hurt. Amon-Ra's like slightly banged up. For some reason I will pick San Diego touchdown. All right, good luck. Good luck. Okay. Own 27-yard line. The Philadelphia Eagles will ball. They could really put the Chargers in a bad spot here. Is there any team you like that you're sorry? Is there any team that you think Herbert would do well on? Like say the 49ers, or is he just bad? It's not that he's bad. I'm being over the top. I don't think he's actually a bad quarterback, but he's a loser quarterback. How do they not call that a face mask? That's insane. All right, here we go. Three receivers bunch to the right side. Takes a snap, play action, rolling to his right side, looking to step up. Has all day, now escapes to his right. Pumping, now throws it on the move and has his man, turns up field, is Cooper. Cooper with a grab, and that's a first down, gain of 19 on the play. Darius Cooper with his first catch of the... Just, there's sometimes, like, not only do you need to be good, Tom, you need to be lucky a bit, and Herbert's just not lucky. The receivers bunch to the left side, and the shotgun here takes a snap, play action. Looking, stepping up, throws over the middle of the field. It's going to be tipped up in the air, intercepted, going the other way. And the Chargers have it, and out of bounds. Cam Hart comes away with the interception, and the Chargers will have the ball now at the Eagles. What is it going to be? The 35-yard line. Now that's lucky. Can Herbert do something with it? Bring in Tanner McKee. Yeah. Oh, and A.J. Brown got scared. He alligator armed that thing. Alligator arms. He was scared of the hit. Was it tipped? No, it was just a duck coming out of Jalen Hurts' hands. And, yeah, A.J. Brown just alligator armed the crap out of it. 11:03 to go here in the fourth quarter. Chargers can take the lead back now with a touchdown. They're already in field goal range to tie it up. Fullback moves in motion. Goes to the left side. Three receivers to the left. Herbert scans the field. Now takes the snap. Play action. Herbert looking. Stepping up. Has time. Pumping. Zigzagging. And Herbert will get sacked. Young and Jalix Hunt are in on the tackle. Bringing Tanner McKee is hilarious. Former Minnesota quarterback, Tanner McKee. Because that's the Eagles backup. All right, takes a snap. Handoff straight ahead is Vidal. Vidal punching forward for a gain of 5. That's up 3rd down and 5 now for the Chargers as we're about to cross the 10-minute mark. So a 30-yard line. They have a 48-yard field goal in hand if they don't lose any yards. We're down in 5. Chargers. Three receivers bunch to the right in the shotgun. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looking, going to the right side. Has his man. And as Derwin James once said, you got 3rd and Keenan. 3rd and Keenan. Keenan Allen with the catch, 10 yards out of bounds. Puts them at the Eagles' 20-yard line. Right in front of Ardore Jackson on a 10-yard out. Beautifully thrown and executed. Like, I wouldn't be surprised right now if, like, in the next few plays, Herbert throws a pick. And even if it's a pick 6, I just wouldn't be shocked. I formation at the 21-yard line. Herbert scanning the field. Takes the snap. Handoff straight ahead is Amarion Hampton. Hampton will fall forward for a gain of about 3 or 4. I guess they're going to give him 3 at the 17-yard line. Second and 7. Jalen Hurts had only 2 interceptions on the entire year. Now he has 3 in this game. 8.5 to go in the fourth quarter. All right, what are they going to dial up on this time for Greg Roman? Pistol formation, 3 receivers bunch to the right. Takes a snap, handoff to the right is Hampton. Hampton trying to find the edge, and he will fall forward for a gain of about 5. 3rd down and 2 now coming up. All right, 7:45 to go in the 4th. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Play action. Herbert stepping up. Avoids the rush. Rolling to his right. Keeps his eyes downfield. Throwing it too high. Good secondary coverage there by the Chargers. So now they will settle for a field goal here. Most likely anyway. Try to tie this thing up. I mean, Harbaugh, old school. 7:29 to go in the 4th quarter. This is the benefit. We were talking about, briefly mentioned this, like, analytics will say, go for it, increases your chances to win, right? Hold on. From the left hash, the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So it's now 16-16 with 7:26 to go in the 4th quarter. But there is also more variables, I guess, like, or not variables, but variance, I think, is the right word to put it. Right? And it obviously, it's not keeping you in the ball game, giving you more chances later as much, like if you fail, right? Where you get these field goals, like they settled for a field goal earlier on a 4th and 1. Some teams wouldn't even get that. Then later on this 4th and 2, now you have to go for it to make the math work because you would be down by 6 at that point instead of only down by 3. But you settle for the field goal, keep it within 3, and then the next drive you're just adding points to your total, right? And now on a per game basis, right, you're going to increase your odds to win the games, like in a mathematical sense, but in per game with like the momentums and just adding points and keeping you potentially close in that particular game, you may tie it or go into overtime. It's obviously a more conservative way to play, but it's hard because obviously the math says that you can't really argue with the math. I mean, the math says it increase your chance, but I guess it looks worse when it fails because when it goes bad, right? Where when it goes good, it's awesome. You win by a lot. But when it goes bad, you lose by a lot. Whereas, like, if you're more conservative, you may lose technically more often than not, but it's at least good games and close. Because then you also have to argue, like, okay, well, if it's good games and close, would that increase your odds? Right? I mean, if you're always in the game at the end of within a score, just because you continue to take points, wouldn't that just increase your odds in general? It's interesting how that math works. I would actually be curious on how they come up with like the next gen stats of should you go for it, should you not? Because I guess if they're just counting that particular play, like or that drive, like you're more likely to score on this drive, right? If you do this. Math doesn't lie. People just don't always execute. Yeah. But I wonder if the even math is true, right? Because I guess on these drives, you're more likely, on average, to get more points if you go for it in certain situations, right? Because you could potentially still settle for the field goal, but you could fail on the 4th down, right? All these things. So mathematically, like maybe you score on average when you go for it on 4th down. Because like a field goal, you'll score like 2.8 points every time, right? If you in a specific 4th down play, if you're able to take a field goal, you make field goals, especially depending on the one, like 90% of the time. So it'll be around 2.7 points per 4th down. Here comes the kick, running straight ahead, Covey, and spinning down, and it will be at the 29-yard line. Because then I guess at that point, then you can get either 7, 6, 3, or 0 if you go for it on a particular fourth. And I guess at that point, it adds up to more than 2.7-ish in those situations. But the problem is that, like, I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah. Three receivers to the left in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Quick throw over the left side. It'll be caught by Smith. Smith zigging and zagging. And will get tackled hard after a gain of 2. You always have a better chance to score if you go for it because you increase the number of trials to score, given the time is not a factor yet. Well, you also just increase the total points that you can get. If you go for it, you're still going for 7, or even potentially 8, right? But if you just settle for a field goal, the most you're going to get is 3. All right. Single back formation, takes the snap, handoff to the right side, and he will fight forward as Barkley for a gain of 2. It's 3rd down and 6. Six and a half to go here in the 4th quarter. $6.15. 16-16. Jalen Hurts already has 3 interceptions on the day. 3 receivers to the left. Takes a snap. Drops back to pass. Looking. Pumping. Has time pressure coming. Has to get rid of it. And almost another interception. Tipped away by Dante Jackson. Tuipulotu was in the area. Almost getting the sack. Does he actually hit it? I don't think he actually technically hit the football. He definitely hit the arm as he was throwing. All right, 2nd now and 10. No, sorry, 4th and 6. What am I doing? There's the kick from Mann. And it'll be out of bounds. It'll be at the Chargers' 25-yard line. And your opponent can't get 6-8 if you fail like Bama did in the Iron Bowl. Oh, yeah. I mean, they still could, but I mean, that's a funny one, right? But you still could, obviously. Mm-mm-mm-mm. $5:46 to go in the 4th quarter. Chargers will have the football here. A nice long sustained drive. They could ice this game with a field goal. We'll see. Chargers have done well this year, actually, in 1-score games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-1 in 1-score games. Will they move to 5-1 this year? Find out next time. Gracias. All right now. Thank you. Love you. All right, 3 receivers to the left. Herbert in the shotgun. Dow goes in motion. Now puts Harris in motion, takes a snap, handoff up the middle, and he gets hit hard in the backfield. Is Jalen Phillips blowing it up, and it's now 2nd down and 12. All right, they're going to give him 11. 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line. Herbert puts McConkey in motion, right to left. 3 receivers to the left. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Pumping. Comes all the way back. Avoids the tackle. And he's going to run it and get... Ooh, tackled hard. And is he okay? Does get up. All right. It always scares me when people get tackled by the legs. So many crazy leg injuries that you've seen over the years that it's just... Every time that happens, I still get a little jumpy. But Herbert does get up, and he's okay. 4-yard gain. All right, 3rd down and 7. 3 receivers to the left. Herbert scans the field, takes the snap, 4-man rush. Pumping, steps up, rolling to his right, and Davis gets the sack. And the Eagles will now get the ball back with an opportunity of their own to potentially ice this game out with a field goal. Wow. The receivers collide and go to the ground. This is what I'm talking about. Justin Herbert is unlucky. You have Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnston, 2 first-round picks, running into each other. And that's where he wanted to go with the football, and neither of them are even on their feet. Immediately off the snap. Here comes the kick, and it's going to be caught, and zipping and zagging. He's going to bounce it outside of the Covey. And he will get a gain to the 40-yard line, and that is where the Eagles will start this next drive. They only need a gain of about 20 yards to give Elliott a chance then. I mean, you can't make this up, dude. Like, Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen just decking each other? .333 to go in the 4th. He's sacked 45 times, 3rd most in the NFL, 7 times tonight. All right, Hurts goes under center. I'm sure the Eagles are going to throw it again. I bet this is a play action. That's my guess. And then with Jalen Hurts throwing 3 picks, they play action, pass it again. Takes a snap. No, they do hand it off. Good for them. Barkley will run straight ahead. Not much there. Maybe a half yard on the play. 2nd down and a long 9. Coming up here for the Eagles. 3.5 to go in the 4th. Landon Dickerson comes back into the game with that calf/ankle injury from earlier. He's ready to fight with his teammates here. 2nd and 9. Saquon, 17 carries, 119 yards, and a touchdown on the day. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Smith goes in motion right to left. Hurts takes the snap. Blitz coming. Quick throw to the left side. It'll be caught by Brown, and Brown slips the tackle. Down the left sideline. Leaping over a defender, but steps out of bounds. But another 1st down for the Eagles. It'll be a gain of 15 to the Chargers' 44-yard line. So that would be a 62-yard field goal where it currently sits. 2:43 to go here in the 4th quarter. And the Eagles kill time and give Elliott a chance to win this through the air. A.J. Brown slipping the tackle. I believe that was Still who missed the tackle. But 1st and 10 with 2:43 to go. In the pistol, takes the snap. Play action. Hurts looking to throw. And he's going to go incomplete, looking for Goddard. 2nd and 10 now with 2:40. Giants currently hold the number 1 pick in the draft. Would be sad if that changes this weekend. Here we go. Three receivers to the right. Hurts. Trying to get him to jump. Doesn't work. Calling out the mic. Every set takes the snap. Hurts looking to throw. Quick throw to the left side. Has his man, A.J. Brown. Oh. They're going to say he's down by contact. He does get stripped afterwards. Does he actually hit the ground? I think it doesn't matter because they blew the play dead. So it doesn't matter what they say. Because he gets spun down. Yeah, he's definitely... His butt definitely hit the ground right there. I didn't say definitely. It looked to me like it hit the ground pretty obviously. Oh, yeah. Knees on the ground and everything. So, definitely not a timeout by the Chargers. So, they're going to try to get the ball back, but how many timeouts do they have? So, they still have all 3 timeouts. They just used the first one, so 2 timeouts left. So, A.J. Brown popping up big time. Look at him go. Three receivers to the right. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Barkley. Barkley trying to find somewhere to go, and he's going to get hit by Khalil Mack for a loss of 1. Chargers will use their 2nd timeout here. For the Eagles, if they get one more first down, this game is over. Then they can kneel it 3 times, kick the field goal, win the game. Wow. Really tough schedule for the Chargers down the stretch. They need this win desperately. But, as I said, Justin Herbert, one of the most unlucky quarterbacks in the league. .227 to go in the 4th. 2 receivers each way. Takes a shot, takes a snap. 5-man rush going deep and incomplete. A.J. Brown couldn't haul it in. So fortunately for the Chargers, the clock does get stopped there on 3rd down and 11. The Chargers will have a chance to potentially send this into overtime if the Eagles have to settle for a field goal here. Beautiful defense, knocking it away at the last possible moment there for the Chargers. That was Cam Hart. Good hard punch there as the ball got there. All right, 5 seconds to run on the play clock. All right, timeout taken by the Eagles. Are they going to dial up here to try to get a first down? All right, love you. Good night. Nicey. All right, 2:23 to go in the 4th quarter. Hurts scans the field. 3 receivers to the right. The shotgun. Takes a snap. Blitz coming. Quick throw to the left side. Caught. Oh, incomplete. Looking for Devontae Smith. All right, the Eagles have to settle for a field goal here with 2:20 to go. The Chargers will also save their timeout, even though time wouldn't have been a real factor to get into field goal range for Dicker the kicker. Jake Elliott will line up here for a 44-yard attempt. He missed from 48 earlier. Has made 3 other field goals today, so this will be the 4th field goal of the day. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and this one is a no-doubter right down the middle. It's good. 19-16, Eagles on top. So the Chargers can win the game with a touchdown on this drive, or potentially send it into overtime. Here we go. I'm telling you right now, like, the Chargers are not winning this game. We might go into overtime, but the Chargers are not winning this game. Neither quarterback playing well today. Lost fumbles, 4 interceptions between the two of them. Only 1 touchdown between the two of them. 8 sacks between the two of them. 50% completion percentage between the two of them. It's rough. All right, 2:16 to go in the 4th quarter. Here we go. Vidal and Haskins back to receive. There's the kick. Be caught by Vidal. Vidal running down the right side numbers and will barrel straight ahead to gain the 29-yard line. 2:11 left. Down by 3. The Chargers will have the 2-minute warning and 1 timeout. Give it to McDonkey. See where they go. All right, in the shotgun is Herbert. 3 receivers to the right. Johnson out wide to the left. Now McConkey goes in motion right to left. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Herbert stepping up. Pressure. Now has to escape to his right. Keeps his eyes downfield. Throwing it on the move. And he literally hits the defender in the foot. That's very impressive. So now it'll be 2:04 to go in the 4th. 2nd and 10. Right. Be the last play before the 2-minute warning here. Justin Herbert in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Stepping up. Has time. Throws over the middle of the field. And McConkey couldn't bring it in. Great coverage by Cooper DeJean. McConkey had an opportunity and a tough catch. It was in his grasp, but he could not haul it in. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Good coverage there by Cooper DeJean. Able to knock it away. 1:58 to go in the 4th quarter. Never mind. A Grease Lightning Santa. Okay. You've seen everything now. Selling credit cards. $63 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. These last 4 games, I want to see a lot of Bin and Yankoff. Hurts being out, yeah. I'm disappointed in previous generations' unwillingness to age gracefully. Want Travolta bald? It wasn't Travolta bald. I thought you were saying you want him bald. I think Travolta was bald for a movie. I don't know if he was ever like actually bald. Right, here we go. 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and down and 10. Herbert. Conky in motion. Takes a snap. Blitz coming. Herbert stepping up. Throws it over to the right side and incomplete. His receiver. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's going to be defensive pass interference. So the drive will continue. 1st and 10. On Kenyon Mitchell. Ooh, is Herbert's luck changing? It'll be now 1st and 10 at their own 37. Quentin Johnston goes inside. Ooh. Okay. They're going to say he held. Let's take a look. They're going to say he held just enough to trip him up, I guess. Ooh. What a hit on the quarterback at the end of that. 2 receivers each way. In the shotgun. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Herbert looking. Scanning. Pumping. Has to escape. Does. Rolling to his left. Pumping again, and he will keep it. Running for a gain of about 5 or 6. Circus hand transplants are the new thing? Yeah, they are. 1:46 to go here in the 4th quarter. Cooper DeJean doing a good job of sportsmanship, not to hit the quarterback as he was going out. 2nd and 3 at their own 43. 36. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle here. Vidal bouncing it to the left, and Vidal will get the 1st down across midfield to the 48-yard line. 1:36 to go in the 4th. We might be seeing overtime here in Los Angeles. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Pumping. Quick throw to the right side. Has his man Keenan Allen. And Keenan Allen will get them 1 yard away from the green line that says they're in field goal range. So this is the 42-yard line. That would be a 60-yard field goal for Dicker the kicker. 2nd and 4. 2 receivers each way. Herbert scans the field. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Quick throw over to the right and too high, looking for Gadsden. All right, 3rd down and 4 with 52 seconds remaining. Oof. Gadsden was open there. Could have hit it. Could have been a legal hand to the face there by Phillips, too. All right, 2 receivers each way. In the shotgun here, Herbert. And in motion here is McConkey. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Pumping. He's going to keep it as Herbert. And Herbert will dive for the 1st down. All right, 38-yard line now. So now that's a 56-yard field goal where it currently stands. Justin Herbert running straight through the defense. Here we go. Into the shotgun, hurrying up. 30 seconds remaining. They still have that 1 timeout. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. No, Justin Herbert keeps it. And he runs to the 30, past the 30 to the 28. Another 1st down, 21 seconds remaining. So now it's a 44-yard field goal for Dicker the kicker. So overtime is almost certain. Oh, they used their timeout with 21 seconds. Okay, what are they going to do here? Interesting. What a pull by Herbert. What a pull. Everybody focused on Vidal to try to blow it up. Herbert pulls it. Beautifully executed. 21 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. They take their timeout with 21. Interesting enough. You should hide the score box. Playing spoiler. See what happens. 21. Two receivers. Nope. Gadsden goes in motion right to left. Three receivers to the left. Herbert in the shotgun. Herbert scanning the field. 2nd and 1. They have no timeouts remaining now. Takes a snap. Play action. Looking to throw. Herbert off his back foot and gets rid of it with 15 seconds remaining. A sack would have been absolutely detrimental. Good job there by Herbert getting rid of the football. 15 seconds remaining now in the fourth. 3rd down and 1. Do they try to get aggressive here, or is this where they just take the field goal? Can't even spike it now if you don't get the first down. So they want to... Man, calling that timeout with 21 seconds is weird to me. I feel like you should just let it go down to 4 seconds and take the field goal you have. But nonetheless, 44-yard field goal where they currently sit. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Quick throw to the right side. Kenyon Mitchell was jumping that. So now 12 seconds remaining, and now they're going to have to kick it off to the Eagles. Eagles still have 2 timeouts as well. But here comes the field goal attempt. It'll take about 4 to 5 seconds off the clock, but he's got to make it. I mean, it's definitely makeable for his abilities, right? He's 94% in his career, 120 for 128, the highest in NFL history from the right hash, 46-yard attempt. Here we go. We have the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Right down the middle, no doubter. So we're all knotted up here now with 19 to 19. 8 seconds remaining in the ball game. But I went and told my wife to get me some Red Bull. I had a feeling overtime was potentially in our midst. Tim, was it you or YouTube that changed the profile names when commentating? Happy my real name isn't associated with my hot takes. But guess one of those was I'm no longer a mod? No. The changing names things was YouTube. Apparently YouTube made it so that everybody has to have a unique username now. So I didn't change that. A lot of people play spoiler, and that stinks because there's a reason we come to Tim's to hear the chats calling the game. Yeah. What am I watching? Just ads? You're watching ads? Oh, like this right here instead of this? It was just playing spoiler, but I can keep it on there. I don't care. Whatever. I think I'm going to keep it. It's fine. Just, if you enjoy listening, then don't watch it. Here goes the kick. And Shipley, the return. Shipley will get to about the 28-ish yard line. 3 seconds remaining. So I would imagine the Eagles are going to kneel it down here and go into overtime. Mm-hmm. Right. We're about to get overtime. Yep, they will kneel it. Lining up in the tush push formation. So there's the kneel down. So we will have a 19-19 game going into overtime. Each team will have an opportunity to possess the ball. They will flip a coin to see who will get the ball first. 10-minute period. At the end of the 10-minute period, it will be a tie ball game. But the first team to get the football cannot end the game. It's the second team that gets the football that will make the deciding factor of who wins the game or not. Wasn't being mean. You're good. Hoping the power of positive thinking will get me back into good graces. No, it's not about and the mod thing. That was the other half. What happened is that a couple of people got muted on the channel, and I had too many mods. I don't even know how many mods I had, 20 plus or whatever. But I had so many mods on the channel that some people were getting silenced, and I don't know who did it. So I removed all the people that were mods on my channel and only added like 4 or 5 mods now. And so I'm just going to be more limited of who I give modship to because of that. Heads is the call. And Eagles win the toss. All right. The Eagles will defer. And the Chargers will get the ball. Here we go. So the Chargers will set the tone here. Will they be able to put points on the board? It's been a big defensive battle so far between these two teams. Lots of turnovers. Lots of turnovers so far in this game. How many turnovers do we have? We have 4 turnovers for the Eagles and 3 for the Chargers. So a 7 turnover ball game so far. Funny enough, though, there was 2 turnovers in one play. No, 3 turnovers in one play. Mods can't mute their sound. That's what they call it, dude. I don't know. Okay, it says, I guess they don't call it that anymore. Why did I think there was a mute? But anyway, there's the people that they get hidden, like hide on the channel, hide user on this channel, so that you can't see it. It's cool. There hasn't been that many spammers like years past. True. True. Are you Richard then, or no? You always ask question. I thought wasn't Richard the one that used to say power of positive thinking? 67 viewers. Appreciate you all here in the chat. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Timeout or hide. Okay, whatever, man. You get what I'm trying to say. TLC Carol, you win. It's timeout or hide. You are Richard. Okay, cool. What a game, KD. I know, right? It's a great game. Great game. Exciting and wild. Crazy. No worries, man. Here we go. Eagles will kick it off to the Chargers. Vidal and Haskins back to receive. Here's the kick. It'll be Vidal that gets it in around the 7-ish yard line. Running straight ahead, and he will dive. Ooh, he gets. Oh. Is he all right? I mean, a big head-to-head collision. The helmet came flying, but it looks like it'll be okay. Head-to-head contact. I'm surprised they don't call that. I mean, jeez. Here we go. 1st and 10. Herbert goes into the shotgun. Takes the snap, handoff. Nope, keeping it is Herbert again. Herbert running to the right side. Herbert stiff arms the man, and he gets tackled by Blankenship out of bounds after a nice gain on 1st down. So a 12-yard gain will move the chains here for the Chargers at the 42-yard line now. Nine and a half to go in overtime. Justin Herbert, 11 for 25. What he does here. And in motion, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Bouncing it outside to Hampton. Hampton has room, and Hampton will fight all the way down to the 40-yard line across midfield. Go the Chargers. Still got your skins cards, never found your PO? Dude, you got to message me on Discord. I don't have a PO box. I would have to send you a place to send it, but I'm not just going to give it. Sorry for overdoing my trademark. You don't have to apologize, dude. Just have fun, man. Good. I formation. Herbert scans the field. Takes the snap. Handoff straight ahead is Hampton again. Hampton will fight forward to the 38-yard line now. Gain of 2. Or if you have X, you can message me on X too. Carol, I appreciate it that you want to, give a gift essentially, but man, can't just give my address over the airwaves. Two receivers each way. In the shotgun. 4 seconds on the play clock. Takes a snap. Quick throw over to the right side, and oof, Disley gets hit immediately for a gain of 1, maybe 2. So 3rd down and 7 now. And it's a 37-yard line. So this would be a 55-yard field goal where it currently sits for Dicker the kicker. And 20 to go in the overtime. Herbert scanning the field. Vidal motions out wide to the right. Empty backfield set now. Vidal motions back into the backfield. 4 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Herbert stepping up, avoids it, and he gets hit from behind. And he's only going to get maybe a gain of 1. So it's a 54-yard field goal now. Crap. How are we going to do this, Carol? You don't have that. Do you have Twitter? X? All right, 54-yard field goal for Dicker. 6.5 to go from the right hash. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is right down the middle. It's good. So the Chargers will take the early lead, and now the Eagles will need a field goal to tie or a touchdown to win. Here we go. Don't have Discord. So how are we going to do this? We need that kicker too, bro. I had no idea he was so good. Yeah, I mean, what is he? Almost 95% now in his career? Can't ask for better than that. That's incredible. The NFL record right now. Tim still has his MySpace account. Doubtful. I don't even know what email that would be attached to, and if they would still exist. MySpace was dope, though. Like, it became like just a music app, but MySpace was fun when you could actually like customize your page and stuff like that. Your top 4 or top 8 or top 20 friends. You can have the song on your page, custom layouts, leave posts on your friends' pages. Like, they were legit. All right. Hovey and Shipley back to receive the kick. There's the kick. And it will be caught at the 3-yard line. Here we go. Shipley, excuse me. We get just past the 30 at the 31-yard line. And the Chargers defense iced this game. And it took 2 minutes to load. I mean, that was just the internet back then. You had the internet now, it would load up in 3 seconds. What service do you have, Carol, that you can DM on? The receivers launch to the left side, and the shotgun is Hurts. And in motion, Smith left to right, takes the snap, handoff up the middle. And it will fall forward for a gain of 4. All right. 2nd and 6. The receivers to the right. In motion now. Takes a snap. Play action. Hurts looking. Trying to get rid of it, and does. An incomplete, looking for A.J. Brown. 3rd and 6 now. Pressure's on. I wonder if there's actually an argument to be made that it's better to get the ball first in overtime just because of the nerves factor. Right now, like when they score, you have to score a touchdown to win. Like, oh, well, now you know what you need. Like, you can get the field goal. But are you really going to settle for a tie? Like, it's almost like you give the advantage to the Chargers if you want the win. 3rd down and 6, 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Hurts looking, pumping, stepping up. Hurts will stiff arm a man, running. He's got room. Uh-oh, but there's a flag. It's going to be a holding, and the Chargers might actually win. Oh, wait, like my email's in the description. You can do the Tim Sports Talk email. Send it there. Send a message there. Melada every freaking day. Yep. It's not Melada, though. Oh, it's Melada. Oh, okay. They're going to say it was on Juergens. But Melada was also holding. Here we go. 3rd and 16. 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Sorry, in the overtime, rather. 2 receivers each way. Can Hurts keep this drive moving? Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Hurts looking. Throws it over the right side. Caught. And it's DeVonta Smith. And he gets dragged down across the 47-yard line. And the Eagles stay alive. Wow, what a throw by Jalen Hurts. Man, Jalen Hurts gets a lot of crap, but that is an incredible throw by Hurts. 1st and 10. DeVonta Smith comes up with a big play. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Only need a few more yards to tie the career long. Takes the snap, handoff to Barkley. Barkley trying to spin and nowhere to go. Loses a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11. Are they dead yet? Hey, still in the mix. 4 minutes to go. Are we going to have an ugly tie here? Ugh. Ties need to go, dude. Ties just need to go. I hate ties. 2nd and 10. The shotgun. Hurts scans the field, empty backfield. 3 receivers to the left. 2nd and 11. Takes the snap. Hurts looking. Throws it over to the right side. It'll be caught by Goddard. And Goddard is in field goal range now. 3:28 to go in overtime. Both teams still with both their overtime timeouts. Ooh, Owe nearly gets the sack. Hurts gets rid of it just in the nick of time. Goddard makes a nice catch there. All right, 3rd and 4. 2 receivers each way. The shotgun. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. Hurts going deep down the left sideline and incomplete. Looking for A.J. Brown. So it's a 59-yard field goal where it currently sits. Will they send out Elliott to try to tie this game up? See, now the team that went first has the advantage again. Now they will get the ball back with a chance to actually ice it. I think the getting the ball first in overtime is overlooked. I think it's a better advantage actually to get the ball first. Tim embraces ties. They are part of the sport. No. 2 receivers each way. They're going to go for it. Oh my goodness. The Chargers will call a timeout or the Eagles? Chargers use the timeout. Wow. That's a big timeout here. I want the timeouts, though, in case they are actually, I don't know, if they fail here, you actually just win the game. So I guess calling the timeout here is not a bad idea if you want to make sure you have the right personnel and the right play called. Let's see. Elliott getting warmed up just in case he is called upon. I thought he made a 63. He said a career-long 61. Interesting. Okay. Hurts in the shotgun. Empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the left. 4th and 4. This could be the game. Will the Chargers actually come away with a win here? Hurts scanning the field. Oh, does he get him to jump? Or is it a false start? Neutral zone infraction. Automatic first down. What a mistake by the Chargers. And it's an automatic first down by the penalty since it was 4th and 4. Wow. Oweh's going to get called for it? Oh, yeah, he's in the neutral zone. And Mulata, hey, he gets it. Mulata. Here we go. 3:23 to go in the overtime period. Right? Hurts in the shotgun. They want a touchdown to ice it. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Quick throw to the right side, and it'll be caught and tackled immediately. Is Goddard for a gain of 4. 33-ish yard line is where they currently sit. Just over 3 minutes to go here in overtime. Second and 7. Jalen Hurts in the shotgun. Barkley on his right. 3 receivers bunch left side. Now Barkley's going to motion all the way out to the left. More receivers to the left side now. Hurts in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Pumping. He's going to escape to his right. Now throws on the move. Has his man Goddard down the right sideline and into the red zone. Go the Eagles down the 17-yard line. And the Eagles are going to look to score a touchdown here to ice this game. Here we go. Two receivers each way. Hurts in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Play action. Rolling to his right. Throws it to the right side. Tipped up in the air. And intercepted. Game over. Game over. Hindley tackles the defender. And Jalen Hurts with his 4th interception of the day. And the game is over in a shocker. Oh my goodness. Jalen Hurts, who only had 2 interceptions on the entire season, threw 4 interceptions in this game. Wow. Wow. And just like that, Dude, I knew I put my curse on him, dude. I'm such a curse. It's incredible how I'm always wrong when I say it's a guarantee. I'm always wrong. It's impeccable how like. And I wanted the Eagles to lose, so I put my jujus on them. I said the Chargers have no chance to win this game. Eagles will win. Of course, the NFL says, "Ha ha, Tim. No, you're wrong. Eagles lose. Cowboys are going to come back and win this division." It's like clockwork, Pig. It's clockwork. But appreciate all of you in the chat. Shout out to the Chargers taking the dub, moving to 9-4, and almost solidifying themselves in the playoffs. They needed this badly, considering they have a very tough road down the stretch. Eagles' road is much easier. We'll see how that goes. But hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Appreciate you. And until next time, see ya!